There we go. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's episode of Roll Call. This is the Hope campaign. Join us tonight. We got BB Gaines. Wait, this way. And
there you go, yeah.
Cody, yeah, it's me.
There you
go. Cody, Virtues, Pint-Sized Fun, Empire, and Hunter. All these beautiful people up in here. And I don't think we have anything super pertinent to announce. If we do,
I don't think so.
Yeah, if we do, we'll cover it at the end. Otherwise, we're gonna hop straight in. And I'll just go ahead and give just a quick recap of the last episode. And if anybody has anything to add or anything they remember or think that was pertinent, you jump in and let me know, or let each other know as it as it may be.
Sounds good.
So, our party originally arrived in the city of Keldon, where they were trying to, for various reasons, personal reasons, most of them were attempting to find Ethereum. After a series of unfortunate events ending with them being in jail and then speaking with the captain of the guard for Gryden of one of the local barracks, they ended up finding a mine, or they were led to a mine rather, that they were tasked with clearing out. They were supposed to kill a certain number of gnolls, bring back their ears so they'd get a reward, and this was to put them on the path to getting closer to gaining the trust of the Gryden representatives, which, in theory, should allow them to legally obtain Ethereum without having to steal it, which is the other another path they were presented with early on, but chose to take the high road. So, after clearing out the gnolls, they managed to persuade the last few of them to leave, thanks to a particularly helpful and potentially cowardly gnoll named Murgle. He had his little gnoll family that he wanted to get out of there, so they allowed him to live, and he led the others away. And I'm curious who remembers anything else about that particular encounter, because I do, but I don't know if anybody else is paying attention.
About the Murgle encounter?
Yeah.
Aside from... Oh, go ahead.
There was 3 other wolf thingies that came out after Murgle's family.
Yeah, there were more gnolls. There's a bit of conversation. I don't know if anybody jotted notes down about it or not.
I remember Clee talked to
I was
Murgle and gave him a spear or something.
So.
They were heading back to their main camp, and this was just like an outpost for them, but they had a larger kind of gnoll city that they were heading back to.
Right. Okay.
I gave Murgle the spear that their leader had. We found a weird hole with a bunch of petrified stone sculptures of terrified looking people. I passed the fuck out.
Yep.
And we went back to the city where I tried to smuggle in some contraband.
Yeah, you guys found a few pieces of raw ore that contained a little bit of Ethereum as you were digging around through the tunnels.
He said he'll remember.
Do what?
He said he'll remember.
Who remember?
Murgle.
Oh yeah, Murgle. That's true. He did say that.
I'm just trying to figure out like what was said.
There's some sneaky stuff. I can see it in his eyes. He's like, do they remember this? No, they're all about to die.
Well,
who's to say?
I talked to Murgle. Didn't really clear the air. Just kind of was like, yeah, we're sorry kind of thing.
And he was terrified, but I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, that about sums it up. They managed to make their way back into the city after Clee was nearly caught smuggling or
smuggling purposely gave it up.
Smuggling ore into the city. He unwillingly gave it up after thinking there may be worse consequences like death.
I was just thinking about the rest of the party, personally. I don't want to get them in trouble. She's trying to get a booty call, and I don't want to put her into hot water. Okay.
So then, as Hunter said, they rounded themselves back up after a quick stop by the tavern, the Krauser's Crossing Bar. They managed to grab a few drinks and then head in smaller groups back to the barracks where Captain Couric had told them they could bunk for a while. That is kind of where we left off. A few of you, the 2 Burb people, I believe, and Mara had first arrived, and then coming up behind, we had Marak and Briar. So at this point, we'd kind of wrapped up the conversation with Captain Kirk, but you guys had not finished out whatever you were doing for the night. So what are you guys doing?
Or
I'm
bed.
yeah.
That was basically it for the night for
Okay.
me, anyways.
I was gonna wait till everyone went to sleep first.
Now I have a question. We're spending the night. I'm assuming we're gonna sleep like, I don't know, 8 hours or something.
Correct, roughly.
Okay. How does it work if we have a tool that we can use to make things, to like make additional money?
Sure. I mean, you can definitely, like, what specifically are you trying to do?
Well, I was gonna do like calligraphy works.
Okay, yeah, you can do that if you're looking
Okay.
to sell calligraphy and things. You do have to make sure you have the proper materials, like pen and ink and paper
Okay.
and that sort of thing. But it's definitely a thing you can do.
He
Okay.
obviously just puts ink on his claws and just scratches.
Right. It's exotic. It's exotic
It's
calligraphy.
No one
Um,
else is gonna be able to mimic that.
Yeah, it's cultural. So,
Right.
but yeah, that's definitely a thing you can do. Just let me know, and you can kind of roll to see how. Because I imagine calligraphy is a thing you're probably pretty proficient at.
Yeah. I was just curious how that worked.
Yeah, it's more just we would have you essentially roll a dexterity check to see like how perfect you get it, and that would kind of determine the grade of calligraphy and things like that. And
Okay. Does it take like a set amount of time? Would it cut into rest? Like
I
that
mean,
was.
it could. It depends on how long you want to do it for.
Well, you could do it in the morning when like we're all getting ready because there are people who have
Right.
to prep spells and stuff, right?
Okay. So yeah, like I'll probably do that then in the morning. But yeah, so I'm just going to bed then.
Okay, cool. Very good. So, Marok and Briar, what are you guys doing? Briar, you technically, if you wanted, you did have accommodations back at the tavern. I don't think you had anything left there, but just putting that out there. Okay. So,
I'll stay in the barracks with my pals.
yeah, so you
Aw.
guys were presented with 3 separate rooms at this point. So there's essentially two sets of bunk beds in each one. So you guys are gonna have to double up or triple up or however you want to do it. But you've got 3 rooms, is the short of it.
Okay.
So who's going where?
What's your room? Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Yep. So
I'm
Well-
bunking with Akka at the moment.
Yeah, we're crashing.
and then Marok, what are you doing?
I guess I'll take a room.
I don't know. I'll sleep in somebody's room. I'm little. I'll fit anywhere.
You're my son.
Yes, but which one?
I guess I'll sleep in my mom's room.
Okay. So Mara and Marok, and then we got our 2 Aarakocra, and then
Yeah.
Briar. All right. So
Yeah, and I'm not going to bed
Sure.
just yet.
are you trying to sneak out?
No, I'm just waiting for whoever's in my room to fall asleep.
Okay. Well,
And then
Akka's in your room.
do what I usually do at night for a few minutes. 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
It's a whole day full of stress. You need to release somehow.
Right. Yeah.
So
That's why I was talking about
Bird
calligraphy.
anatomy, right?
Oh boy.
You could ask Empire. He
Is
knows.
this
It's
not the
healthy
free
for a
practice?
growing Aarakocra, okay?
So
So the birds do it like this.
are you doing your calligraphy at night then? What are you doing, Akka?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm just gonna like turn towards the wall and let him do his thing.
No,
No, we traveled for a while.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna head to bed then, and I'll head over and pretend to fall asleep. And
Okay.
wait to get to sleep.
Okay. So yeah, you he tries to wait you out while you're Akka, you're over there calligraphizing. Yeah, how long are you wanting to do that for? And also, roll
Maybe
me
like an hour.
roll me a dexterity check. Actually, roll me 2.
Okay. So I got a 10 plus 3, 13.
Okay.
And a 10.
Okay. It's passable. You know it's not your best work, but you managed to produce a couple pieces that you think you could definitely, some people would definitely be impressed with. You just think that after the day of fighting, a little bit of fatigue.
Kind of like based on knolls.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Okay, yeah. So you can definitely put those down in your backpack there. We'll add that later. You can just you can put a note on it. But anyways, so yeah, are you going to bed after you finish your calligraphy?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Clee, what are you doing while he's? Are you pretending to be asleep while he's?
I'm pretending to be asleep, just
Okay.
waiting, like kind of like in my mind, like God damn it, just go to sleep
Roll
already.
me a deception check. Actually, just a performance check. I want to see how
Oh god.
I like how you can be anything you want in the entire world in this game, and you chose to be a college kid waiting for his roommate to go to sleep. So
You don't know shit. That is
Not
real
one.
bad. That performance you said?
Yep.
That's a 5.
Can you roll me a
That's-
perception check? Actually, your passive perception's higher than that.
Yeah.
You
yeah, exactly.
you like it's almost cartoonish how Klee is like he's like I'm going to bed, and then he goes over and he's like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
making
exactly.
these super fake.
Even though I've never snored the entire time you've been with me.
Yeah, he's suddenly making weird noises and clearly pretending to be asleep.
Okay.
But he does it for the whole hour while you're
Yeah, I'm just like, and it's like getting a little bit more aggressive as time goes on. Like, get the fucking hint already.
all right.
All
So
right. I'm just gonna be a kind boy and go to sleep and not say anything, even though Akka knows what is going on.
okay, so you're just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to
to be a parent.
Yeah.
So eventually, Akka goes to sleep.
Yes.
He climbs to the bunk above you. You give it a few minutes, and you do hear like the steady pattern of his breathing.
Okay.
It seems as though he's drifted off at this point.
I'll say, sorry, I thought he'd never fall asleep. And then I'll leave it at that.
You're just going to bed.
Yeah. Well, no, I'd continue a conversation, basically.
Okay. Actually, can everybody else? Can you guys just take your headphones off for like 1 sec?
Oh, shit. Oh, this is getting real.
Okay. So what exactly are you saying at this point?
I'm gonna say, sorry I couldn't really chat with you yesterday. It's kind of in a cell. But you're looking great, I guess. You don't age, so.
Just roll a d20 for me real quick.
Oh, 6.
Okay. There's just the faintest bit of a response
Okay.
as the voice of your brother speaks back to you. It's like I don't know why you gave up the stones.
I didn't want to. I don't know. Part of me was a little hurt by how we got them.
But we were so close. I can feel myself slipping every day.
I know. I'm trying. I'll find some, and it'll be refined. And I'm doing what I can. I'm really trying here.
Roll
Please
me-
just hold on a little longer.
Roll me a persuasion check real quick.
Oh gosh. That's real good. Okay. That is a 23.
All right. I shall try and be patient longer, brother, but I don't know how long I can hold on.
Please, I'm gonna do this for you, and I promised that I would do this for you.
And you just kind of hear this like sound as the voice fades.
Good night, brother. And I'll like turn in.
All right.
Good?
Yeah, you're good.
Cody.
Ugh.
Okay. So, Mara and Marok and Briar, you guys do anything? Or you guys going straight to bed?
I will just journal and then I will meditate.
I'll go to bed. I'm tired AF.
Okay. Very good.
I'm gonna go bed.
All right. Very good. So, everybody managed to get a full night's sleep. You guys wake up the next day. You do hear the sound rather early. You're kind of woken by the sound of just the shuffling of boots and the clanging of just gear and metal and things outside. As you awake and kind of peek outside, you do see people kind of coming to and fro through the hallways of the barracks. And as you kind of glance outside, there appears to be a good number of people moving about. But yeah, what are you guys doing now that you've awoken?
How'd you sleep, Aka?
Was quite pleasant.
Wonderful. We should probably look at getting our hands on some of that good stuff, you know? Like, as soon as possible.
Is that legal where we are?
Wait, what do you think I'm talking about?
What are you talking about?
Nah, I'd like to hear what you think I'm talking about first.
Well, you know the millet of our people?
Okay, well, no, I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about Ethereum. We need to get some
Oh!
Ethereum.
Yes, of course, yes, that.
I never took you for the kind of person to partake in that, but
I didn't. I wasn't sure
mhm.
about.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, we should probably see if the others are awake, and if not, wake them up.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'll head over to the other room.
Just giving him a knock.
Knock, knock. Wake up. Wake up.
And Briar, you hear on your door the sound of an obnoxious bird knock.
Scritch, scritch, scritch.
Yeah.
I will hop down from the top bunk
Okay.
because I sit in the top bunk for whatever reason.
Okay.
And cheerfully open the door with my hair changed again.
Okay.
To a much lighter blonde with little hints of baby pink.
Okay. For my reference, are you Spring?
Spring.
Okay.
Good job.
Just making
I'm
sure.
gonna like look and then look away and then kind of look back and look away, kind of scratch my head and just not say anything.
Okay.
But yeah, she clearly looks different.
Yeah.
We'll say, "Oh, good morning. How did everyone sleep?"
Yup.
Well, okay then.
I'm still like looking back and looking.
I'm just like.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, I just, I find it hard to sleep when I'm traveling. It's no big deal.
Oh.
So, you sleep well?
Oh, I don't sleep.
Right.
I just meditate.
Ah, yes, I understand.
Well, elves just don't sleep. We don't need it. It's kind of an odd thing to do, really.
Maybe I don't understand.
Well,
Should we wake the others?
Exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
And we'll head over there.
Knock, knock, knock.
We don't want what you're selling.
Well, I'm not selling anything, so you're in luck.
It's you.
You don't sound so excited about it.
I'm not.
I
thought
know.
that was room.
You guys ready to get up for the morning, get some food in ya, get some Ethereum, and call it a night?
Wait, what was the last part?
Call it a night. He's what he said.
Yes, you know, it's when it's no longer daytime and you want to
Think the thing before
go to
that.
bed. What, the food? Well, we need
The
food.
Ethereum.
Oh, what about it?
You said let's get some Ethereum. We're not supposed to touch it.
I mean, who said that?
It's painful.
If you lick it, it's painful. You should quit licking things.
Ugh.
I don't want to sound judgmental, but you should probably teach your kid not to lick things, especially magical things.
I'm sorry. Do you have kids?
No.
All right then.
I go up to Briar and I just like tug on her pants or whatever the hell she's wearing.
Okay.
Whatever she's wearing.
Whatever the fuck she's wearing.
Are you still wearing your sash that he gave you?
Oh, I thought we gave it to his mom after.
Oh,
What? We never did that shit.
We did it? Okay. Never mind.
That was a gift for you.
Okay. Sure. I'll be still wearing the sash.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, tug on that.
Okay. Well, good morning, little one. How are you?
You look different.
I do. I change my appearance with my mood, so I'm quite cheerful today, actually.
Aren't you always cheerful?
No.
What do you look like when you're angry?
She's not?
And,
Does your hair get red and you get horns?
I wouldn't say I get horns, but my hair does get quite red, actually.
whoa, that was a good guess.
Mhm.
So, food.
Yes, let's go get food.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
The sass.
It's morning. I get it.
The apps, yeah.
I haven't had my coffee yet.
Yeah, as you guys make your way to the mess hall, which is pretty straight shot from where you guys are, it is largely vacated at this point, as all of the actual military personnel got up earlier than you guys. There's only a few people sitting around, so most of the tables are actually available. But as you guys kind of look around and take a seat, you do have somebody come up to, excuse me, we're about to close up the kitchen, but can I grab you something before we do?
Yes.
Food.
What are you serving
Coffee.
today?
Well, we've got, we've basically, well, let me see. She goes and, well, not much left, but there are still some eggs and we have some smoked ham and a bit of bread, but I don't think there's much else left. But
I think that would be fine, but just one moment. Do you eat eggs, perchance, or is that offensive?
That's a good question, actually.
I mean, I eat eggs.
Okay, we will take all of that then.
yeah, in a few moments, they do bring you out like just several plates of the aforementioned spread. Nothing spectacular, as it's just kind
Nice
of
food.
military mess, but they just kind of, it's pretty good, all things considered.
Well, eat up. We have to get our strength in order to get that Ethereum, right, everyone?
Right.
Perfect.
Why
She's
are
on
we
board.
getting Ethereum again?
Because my goddess told me to, and I always do as she says.
I'm not going with you. No.
Well, we could get Ethereum through legal channels. We don't have to do it shadily.
Like the first time.
I didn't take it the first time. I gave it
You
back.
did. Okay, we're not gonna
But
get
it's to the,
into it right now.
if anything, they should be paying us for the delivery of that Ethereum, making
They
sure
did.
it didn't get in the wrong hands. Yeah, but I'm sure we can butter up our friend and then try to get some Ethereum through legal means.
Okay, if it's legal.
Okay. Are we all in agreement on that?
I'm just doing what Cody's doing, but like in character.
Eating.
I saw you.
And maybe you could talk to Lieutenant Colo and like work your charm on him and possibly speed things along a little bit.
Colo is. I don't know him. I know him as much as you know him.
How about Carrick?
I'm
Huh?
not using Carrick.
Well,
For
you
your
don't have to
greediness.
use him. It's like mutual benefits, you know? Like he gets to have a wonderful conversation with you
Have
and we
friends
get
with those
Ethereum.
mutual benefits.
Can I
It's
just ignore
win-win.
him and just eat stuff my face with food?
You can. Mara just mid-conversation just turns away from you, goes back to eating her food.
I'm eating like Goku from Dragon Ball Z right now.
You mean
Just,
like,
yeah, just like wildly.
you guys like sees like the
As
mask,
a
the
little
mask is still
Goliath
on.
would.
Yeah. You guys see as the mask is still on Marok, but there's like one hand is holding it up and it's like just shoveling food underneath the mask.
You know, it might be
Furiously.
easier if you take the mask off.
I just keep eating. I can't
Yeah.
talk. My mouth is full.
No one's gonna judge you for burns and scars.
I think it's his safety blanket, actually.
Well, I mean, we're in a barracks. There are
I
people
mean, it would be like you trying to take off your pants or something. I don't think that would be.
It's a
free-
little different than that, right?
Well, not for a
Unless you-
small child with emotions and feelings.
Okay, that's fair.
Well,
Okay, let's eat
All right, you guys.
So
made
who do we need to charm?
it- who do we need to charm? All right, yeah. What do you
It's the
guys?
way you're
You
thinking
guys
right
finish
now.
up your food. What are you doing now?
Perhaps we should see Keurig. He talked about moving things along faster, talking to some people. Let's see if that's going through well or not.
Other
Eric?
missions. Yes, Carrie. There were some other missions as well. I recall talks of assassinations. I remember our small goblin friend, or our small friend, telling us.
I think he was saying to assassinate the gnolls, wasn't he? Because we did that, didn't we?
No, we had to assassinate other stuff. Other people.
Uh,
Like the king.
It was
we had to
assassinate-
assassinate the assassins. That's right. Huh.
And then we take their contract and we kill the king.
Oh, well, that is
Or something. I don't know.
That's
I'm gonna go back to eating.
above. Maybe their contract has some good stuff in it, so we'll hold on to that thought for now. Might go back to it later. Yeah.
But I finish up eating.
I'll say, now, Marak, you're a king, aren't you?
Yes.
And you wouldn't want to be assassinated, would you?
No, not really.
So then we shouldn't be assassinating kings as well, because they wouldn't want to either.
But they're my competition.
I was gonna say.
I was told by the prophet that I'm the one true king. They're all false believers.
The prophet. Can't disagree with that.
Well, there's
Everybody-
nothing wrong with a couple of alliances either. Like us.
That's right. If you make an alliance with the kings first, they won't expect it would be you to kill them.
Oh dear, this is
Oh.
going as
That is
Hoped.
smart thinking there, Briarwood. Smart thinking.
Jeez. That's great.
I'll just sit back and
We'll continue eating and finish up what I can.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't take long. There's not a ton left as you guys kind of like
Shovel it down.
Shovel it down. Food now gone. Kitchen closed. You guys are the last people left in the mess at this point. What are you guys doing?
I'm like uncharacteristically energetic and like go at the moment. And like kind of wanting to go to the next place, do the next thing.
Easy.
I mean, he just chowed down, dude. That's respectable.
that's,
I'm full.
that's fair. That's
right?
fair.
It's in character. It's fine.
That's perfectly fine.
let's have this like utteral bell.
I know where Keurig.
Eric.
Keurig.
Keurig. I
Keurig.
know where his office is,
Keurig,
right?
Yeah. Yeah, Kirk's he's
Kirk.
you guys know where he's located.
Okay.
He has an office that's not too far basically from where you guys are. Kind of towards the front.
Were we there last night?
Mhm. Yeah, you guys were there.
You
last
might
night.
have been.
We all were.
Yeah.
To his office to go get the money.
Okay.
Cleared off his desk.
He was cleaning his office.
Wasn't
But he
doing it for
was.
me.
That's probably not the only thing he was cleaning. Okay, I'm done. I'm
So
done.
you guys are making your way to you guys are making your way to his office then?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you guys make your way over to
Hey, Mason, how
Yes.
come? So does the ring not change my skills like on the page? Or I just have to remember it.
It should if it's equipped. If not, I can fix
Yeah,
it.
it is equipped. My deception still +5.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a look in a minute. +5, stupid. All right.
It's gonna be
was-
+7.
Yeah. Well, for now, just manually add it. If it's not, if you take it on and off and it doesn't change it, then yeah, then I'll go ahead and fix that in a minute. But don't worry about it for now.
Yeah, that's all good.
Oh, I think I need to change the Twitch extension while I'm thinking about it. So you guys are making your way into the office.
Downtown walk.
Downtown. Yeah. So as you guys all kind of arrive outside the door, it's actually wide open at this point. As you peek inside, you don't see Keurig, but instead, there's a half-orc woman who is kind of busy, like, rummaging through things, and you see her kind of, she has a messenger bag on her side, and she's putting different scrolls and things into it and kind of going through the different shelves and drawers and things, kind of hurriedly. She doesn't seem to have noticed you guys yet.
I like kind of.
She kind of looks up, says, can I help you?
Who the hell are you?
Okay, let's tone it down a little bit. Yeah, we're looking for Kurik. Do you by chance know where he's gone?
Oh, yes, I recognize you. It's, what did you need him for? He's been reassigned somewhere else this morning. Did you need him?
Wait. Reassigned, you mean like moved somewhere else?
Yes, we had some things come up. It's not really for civilians to hear.
That's fine, but like, do you know how long he's gonna be gone for? It's,
I can't say.
he had some missions for us.
Any business that he had for you, he will have left. She actually pulls out like a few notes. She says, well, I don't have it for you here, but the notes say that if you follow back up, Colonel Gerlag will be taking over this post for a while. He should be here later this afternoon. I'm just acquiring the last few things for Kurik. She kind of looks at all of you. She says, you're the ones who helped him yesterday, I assume?
Yeah, we took care of the Knoll problem.
She's kind of like licks you all over. Her eyes kind of fall on Mara for a second. She says, well, that's good. You're a little less impressive than I was expecting. That's all.
Excuse me?
Whoa.
It's okay.
You
It is okay.
Can someone hold her back? I don't want to fight here. I think we might have gotten off on the wrong foot.
Oh yeah, I'll get my foot somewhere.
My name is Klee.
As I'm like kind of like glare.
Yeah, she is much larger than you. She's definitely a full foot and a half, at least, probably smaller than Mara, but she's still very large. As she reaches out and grasps your rather small birdie hand, she says, "Yes, it's nice to meet you. You said it was. I'm sorry,
Klee.
Yes, I'm Lieutenant Ray Lagorn. If there's anything that you need sent to Kurik now, I'll be heading there shortly. I'll be rendezvousing with him this afternoon, but unfortunately, it was a last-minute thing. We were shuffling some personnel around, and he just happened to be needed elsewhere."
He isn't too far. Is he? Is that something you can discuss?
I'm sorry. I cannot discuss our troop movements. I'm sorry.
Well,
I want to send him something.
Oh.
Can I write him a letter?
I will be sure it gets delivered. Yes. He did say he was sorry. I assume you're Mara?
Mm-hmm.
He did say he was sorry he left abruptly, but he didn't have time to write anything for you.
Yeah, I don't believe you, but I'm gonna write him a letter.
Roll an insight check.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn it.
When you need it to do good.
When you need it.
Yeah, when you need it the most. It's like,
Never mind.
No, what'd you roll?
what'd you get?
A 4.
Total?
Yeah,
Oh,
3
shit.
with a 1.
Yeah, she didn't roll great either, but she got better than a 4.
True.
Yeah, sorry. As she says this, you question how truthful she's being, but you don't believe necessarily she's lying. It's a little difficult. She's a little difficult to read.
We have very important business with him. If you could make sure that this letter gets to him, I need to write something. Does anybody have any ink and paper?
Bring out my calligraphy. And
Perfect.
I offer to him.
Okay. How should I start this?
I'm gonna start like writing a letter,
Okay.
basically saying, "Hi, it's Klee, by the way. Just want to make sure that you have that question or that You looked into that Ethereum for us. It's super important that we get our hands on it ASAP.
Okay.
It's Klee, by the way.
Do you write that twice at the beginning?
Yes.
And the end?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you can, and if Mara, if you want to actually write me something and send it, then I'll hold on to that for the future. If you're
Okay.
if you're writing,
I'll make sure it's a
something,
different letter than hers, because
Yeah.
I don't know, hers might get lost.
I'm gonna type it up to you right now.
Okay.
Every eye is gonna have a little heart over it.
Yep.
But yeah,
I'm gonna send him something too.
Okay.
God,
We all just send in letters. I'll send him a letter.
Oh man.
I'm just
It's
gonna
gonna be
write.
so popular.
I'm just gonna write. You're not my dad.
My right. Hi, it is Aka. Thank you, and that's all I write.
Okay.
That's it. Very
I'm not
succinct.
actually writing. a fucking
Okay,
letter.
I'm like leaning over and watching what you're
I don't
writing.
think I even know how to write. Do I know how to write?
Yeah, you would know.
You have high enough deception. You can just fake it, dude.
That's a good question.
If he's fluent in common,
I
he knows how
kinda-
to read it and write it.
Yeah, but he's had some weird stuff go on.
Kratos knows how to talk, but he doesn't know how to wait. That's two different languages. Never mind.
We'll say you can read and write, but yes, perhaps at a lower grade level. But yeah, she kind of takes the letters from each of you, like, right. As I said, any tasks that Kurik had planned for you, that the captain had planned for you, if you follow up with Colonel later, you shouldn't have any trouble. But he should be here this afternoon. I don't think there's any other business, so if you don't mind, I'll be getting back to what I was doing. And she kind of just like turns back around and goes to like gathering up different papers and things.
Okay.
This is
Leaving
like
you guys.
raising my hackles. I don't really trust what's going on here.
Can I like sense motive? No wait.
Insight check, but yes.
Insight.
I can do it.
I'm sorry. I've used the Pathfinder.
So
Can I insight to see if she's actually going to deliver our letters?
Sure. And then Aka, you can roll as well if you'd like.
Yeah.
That is 19.
Okay.
Oof, that's rough. I got 7.
Yeah, Aka, she seems really like believable to you.
Okay, well, hey, it makes sense to me then.
Yeah. Klee, you find it hard to believe all the letters are going to make it there.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll
You're not sure.
step a little closer to her and be like,
Listen, there's only really one letter that matters. And then I like hand her mine.
I'm whispering.
I mean,
Can I try and would it be stealth or something?
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll call it a stealth check for that. But you guys see kind of Klee step up, lean into her,
13.
and you're just to see if you're quiet.
Yeah.
Everybody else roll perception checks.
Oof.
Roll real bad, guys. Roll real bad. Do the bad rolls.
I
got
13.
I got 18.
17.
I think everybody heard.
I got 9.
Oh, except for
Hey!
Briar's in the back,
Briar,
like
I'm just like looking at the
yeah,
ceiling.
playing with her hair, like.
Yep.
But the rest of you guys think you hear something about his letter being more important. Just kind of like,
How dare you?
You didn't hear anything.
I heard everything.
And I'll look
Nod.
back and I'll like nod to her.
she takes it and puts it in a little messenger bag. She says, right, right, and she just turns away and goes back to what she was doing. She says, she says, if you don't mind, I'm on a
absolutely.
schedule here, so if,
We don't want to take up more of your time.
Where exactly did you say you were going?
I didn't on purpose.
Good try. Good try.
He's forgetful sometimes.
I can tell. Again, please leave me alone now.
Yep.
Well, this has been a pleasant exchange. We'll be back this afternoon.
Is it?
She glances at you, Briar, and just kind of gives a curt nod, and then past you to Mara again, and she gives you like a weird sidelong look.
I just want to be like, I don't like you.
Are you saying that?
Yeah, and then I just
With her eyes. She's saying it with her eyes.
Yeah, she gives you the same sort of look right back.
Ooh.
I kind of lean over to Clea and go, this is very tense.
Kind of interesting, actually. I want to watch more, but we promised we'd leave.
So
Did we know?
I just kind of want to watch what unfolds.
Oh
here,
my god, a cat fight. That'd be great.
right? I'm waiting for the headbutt to just come out of
Oh,
nowhere.
yeah, I get the headbutt that
everybody
one
roll
guy.
initiative.
Final Fantasy music starts going
Yeah.
off.
All right. So what are you guys doing? She's completely
Guess we're
ignoring you.
leaving.
We are leaving and looking for the colonel.
Colonel Gerlag. Yep.
Girl, yeah. I was gonna say
She
girl.
said that
Right,
he would
so-
probably make his way to this location later in the afternoon. But he has not yet arrived.
I will just kind of wait outside, just like waiting for this guy to arrive.
Okay. How long are you gonna wait?
Patiently, probably like 3 minutes. Impatiently, as long as it takes for him to come.
Sure. Well, what about the rest of you guys? Are you guys gonna be waiting with?
I'm waiting next to him, and we're by the door still, right?
And to be to be clear, right now it's probably about 9 in the morning.
Does
Can I
anything
just-
look suspicious around us?
Roll
Yeah.
roll a perception check.
I kind of want to look in the door and watch what she's doing. I don't trust that lady.
Oh, mother-
Or well, yeah, Akka, go ahead and roll as well.
Okay. Okay. Got stuck on the side of the thing. There we go. That's perception or insight?
That's gonna be perception.
20.
20. Okay. What did you get, Mara?
10.
Yeah, you just see her going through stuff, but Akka, you do see like a couple times as she kind of looks back behind her. It seems like she lifts things out from under things, like she's pulling things that were potentially hidden, but it's difficult to say what they are. She just seems to be rather thoroughly cleaning the place.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of like lean into Klee and talk to him for a second. Say, I do not really trust the orc lady that is going through the things in there. She seems like she's taking things or stealing them.
Now that he said this, can I kind of like, can I do a see if that she's actually doing that? Like, it never dawned on me that that would be the case.
Sure. I'll
Nope.
yeah,
That's
as
a
I
four.
as I say, it'll be really high for you to see anything
Yeah.
else.
I mean, maybe, but it's not for us to really decide. Plus, she's in the middle of a barracks. What are the odds of someone sneaking in who happens to be half orcish and stealing a bunch of stuff from someone who isn't there at the moment? It just doesn't. It'd be very coincidental, is all I'm saying.
It also could be the perfect ruse.
Yeah, but this city, this town is kind of. I doubt that there's perfect ruses here. It's not what we're used to, sure, but I mean, if there isn't a city in the clouds, what's the point, really?
I kind of nod, like satisfied with the answer, and go back to just kind of like standing and waiting.
Okay, very good.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, like I said, it's not about 9:15 in the morning
I
right
was-
now.
Gonna ask, is there like training grounds anywhere around?
Yeah, I mean,
like,
if you guys walk
military
around a
area?
bit, yeah, I mean, are you looking for that specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take you too long to find it. You can kind of hear, not too far from you, you can hear people training. And as you kind of make your way over, you see them hacking at different wooden practice dummies.
Okay. I would like to train while we wait.
All right. What in particular are you doing?
Dagger throwing.
Okay.
Hmm.
Very good. So you do find an empty, an unused practice dummy, kind of alone in a corner. And you begin throwing knives at it. Just roll me like a couple attacks, just real quick. Let's see how you doing.
Okay.
What about the rest of you?
Ooh.
Oh,
I wandered off.
Okay.
okay. You need
He's
to
going
get back in a leash.
He's going back with a
Okay.
crown or something on, I swear.
Yeah, you need one of those backpack leashes.
Are you trying to sneak away from everybody?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I'm not trying to like sneak, but more
Right.
so just kind of just like got bored and just started walking off and exploring.
Okay.
I want to go talk to Lieutenant Colo.
Okay.
And I'm going to have a conversation with
I want to find a bakery.
Talking with
Akka.
himself.
I
Goddamn.
want cupcakes.
All
Nice,
right.
Respect it.
I'm a rich 5-year-old, and I want cupcakes.
Want cupcakes. Just made a ton of gold.
So, yeah, as you guys all kind of split up to do your separate things, Mara, I assume, Marok, you're probably kind of following her at least too until you see cake and cupcakes. or
No,
whatever.
I wandered off while they were all talking.
Oh, okay, sure. So
That exchange took too long, and I was just like, I want cake, so I just
yeah,
Mid conversation.
yes.
roll me an investigation check to see if you can.
Find cake.
13.
13. Yeah, you're walking around for about 15 minutes or so. You start sniffing. You smell something, but you haven't quite found it yet. You do smell something delicious on the air, but you have not. Your goblin nose has not yet picked up what you're looking for. And Mara, you're just heading back to the gate before where you saw Lieutenant Colo.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's about from where you are now. It's about a 30-minute walk or so. So that's up. That are you just going straight there?
I want to ask him if he's seen Carrick, or if he can tell me where he's going.
Okay. Yep. So you make your way back to the southern gate where you had previously seen Lieutenant Colo. You do see him standing kind of up in his tower, much as before, kind of like trying to look proud as he's like looking around over the walls of the city. He hasn't seemed to notice you. He's just kind of up there by himself.
Hey, Colo!
He kind of looks back and you see him like he's like, "Hey."
Mayor.
You see him. He says something to another soldier beside him, and gives him like a nod, and then kind of walks down to see you. Yeah, how can I? What do you want?
So, I heard Carrick has been located somewhere else.
Yes, I believe so.
Do you know where he's going?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say.
But please.
Roll me a
Here come the
persuasion
doe
check.
There's this strange lady in his office, and she was real rude to me, and me and Carrick had a moment last night.
Yeah, Lieutenant Gorn can be a little prickly, but well, she's a good soldier. But roll me a persuasion check to see if you can.
I haven't been rolling good.
You can do it.
I believe.
Okay, I got a 13.
Okay. He looks around. He says, "Now, all right, look." Says, "I need you to keep it down a little, okay?"
Uh-huh.
He mentioned if you came through to maybe I'm not supposed to tell you this, he says, so if you tell anybody, I'll know where it came from, but I believe
Your
he's been...
secret's safe with me.
Kuruk's currently been reassigned to the mine that you guys visited the other day to help with the excavation and exploration to make sure that it's done right. Now, it's you didn't hear it from me, and if I hear it from anybody else, I'll know where it came from.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
And I just turn around and head back.
Okay. You're welcome. Kind of heads back up to his post.
Skips.
So, at this point, Akka and Klee, it's been about 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
No sign of this guy showing up just yet.
I'm gonna say to Akka,
sorry I'm a little all over the place today. Got a message last night.
From your god?
Sure. I got a message that said there's dire need for the Ethereum and time is running out.
Did they say how long we have?
No, that's what's concerning. but I need to be fast about this, and I don't know. I can't not succeed at this. It's important. But I'm sure that we will get some hopefully soon, as soon as
find a
possible.
way. We will find a way. We will complete this and finish our journey.
Yeah, I hope so too.
All right.
Thanks for everything. It's good to have you around.
It is good to be here.
All right. In the meantime, Briar, you're over there just like throwing knives. You don't feel super successful at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you go and throw them, like a few of them like start to stick and then fall out as if you didn't quite get it right. The handle bounces off a couple times. You're trying to figure out how to really get it right. Like you finally get one that manages to stick. You're like, okay, that's enough for now. And you take out your bow, and you do manage to pretty quickly, like you manage to take 2 shots and put them like right next to each other, kind of right in the forehead, and you feel a lot better about yourself. A few of the soldiers,
One of those like satisfied sniffs.
a few of the soldiers who had previously been watching you, like with like a little, oh
Shit.
I'll just like so up between the whole thing. I'll just sigh and then take out the bow and expertly. Yeah.
yeah. And then like I said, the next few shots that come out are absolutely masterful, and they look at you and are like, oh, okay, she was just messing with us before.
Okay.
In the meantime, Marok, go ahead and roll me another investigation check.
16.
16. Yeah, you make your way. I mean, you've been walking for about 30 minutes or so now, and your sniffers are like going as you're smelling the air, and you've made your way almost to the city, the central like portion of town. Like you see the neutral zone, like the border of it coming up ahead of you, and you can very strongly ahead of you smell some different baked goods.
I go towards the baked goods.
Okay. Yep. You now enter what's a much more bustling area. There's people going back and forth, as this appears to be one of the main marketplaces in Keldon. As you make your way forward, I mean, there's plenty of fresh fruits and things being sold. You do see people who have got a few fresh catches of fish and things. And almost all of them are taller than you. You do see the occasional halfling like, oh, excuse me, as they kind of pass by you. But ahead of you on the right, you do see a rather rotund human male passing out like, here's try it, I promise you'll like it. And he's like handing out samples and things. Says, look, you won't find anything better in all of Keldon. And he's passing out different like just bits of samples and things, like just small slices. But out in front of him, you see like just these beautiful cakes and pies. What are you doing?
I go up to the man.
Excuse me.
He kind of like has to look down like almost over his gut in the counter. He's like, oh, hello there, little one. Would you like to try anything today?
Okay.
What would you like?
What can I have?
I mean, we've got a fine lemon tart. I've got a few different types of cake. If you see here, he kind of points, and then and pies, and there's different fruit pies as well as some sort of like cream pie out there as well. But there's a few different things.
I want the biggest cake you have.
Well, that you're certainly. Now, I can make very large cakes. Well, the largest cake I have on hand now, he points to. It's not huge, but it's a 2-layer cake. It appears to be some sort of, it's like kind of iced with like some sort of like chocolate, but it's not huge, but it's
I kind of like walk up to him a little bit.
How big we talking?
He says, "Oh, you mean for like if you wanted to make one later?"
Yeah.
So
So you can make bigger ones.
I mean, the largest cake I've ever made, about 15 layers, and like he kind of like he sees his hands go. It's like the bottom layer was about 4 feet across or so. Is this a large occasion? Should I? What is the order for?
I want a really big cake.
He's gonna spend all his money on food.
Right.
That's the best way to spend it.
Hold on,
Ain't gonna be that much. They're gonna like cakes cost that much. We just made like 1,500 gold.
I'm sorry if this is rude, but how old are you? Right. Well, maybe you should come back with your mother. I'm not sure you'll be able to afford.
How much is it?
Well, for a cake of that size, it's gonna be about 50 gold.
Okay.
And I pull out 50 gold.
Drop the bag right on the counter.
He kind of looks at it, says, okay, when do you need this ready by?
As soon as possible.
Oh, what's I need more specification. What do you? I don't. What would you like done? What sort of cake would you like?
I want it to be really big and delicious.
All right, I'll throw. All right, I'll see what I can do. And he's like, all right, folks, shop's closing up for the day, and he kind of like begins like taking.
I'll take the other one for an appetizer.
Of course, and he's like, you know what? It's yours, and he hands it to you as you leave the gold there. He says, and what was your name? I'm sorry. I'll have the order. I'll have it ready by this evening, sundown.
It's King Marok.
King Marok. Right. You see him write down a note. He says, all right, my lord, I'll see you this evening. And he kind of closes up shop as a few people are like, what? But, and they all kind of look down at the child in front of them, like, give you sour looks as you walk away carrying a large cake.
I'm walking with the cake, holding it, and eating at the same time.
Okay. Very good. In the meantime, what are the rest of you guys doing? Still, because at this point, Mara, you would have, if you're returning to the barracks, then you would have arrived back.
Okay, can I find Morak?
You can
Look for him.
Sure. As you arrive back at the barracks entrance, you look around. He doesn't appear to be anywhere nearby so far. You gonna be asking around? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep looking.
He might. Oh, wait, you're looking at the barracks for him?
Oh no.
Oh.
I guess I'm gonna go out in the town. I guess.
Okay.
Look for him.
Yeah. Roll me an investigation check.
I'm rolling good.
Delete the dice and pull out a new one. That one's rigged.
It is.
Yep.
I actually
Oh,
just
and
did
that's
that
a
earlier.
negative. I got
did
a
it too.
3. Okay,
You,
I'm getting rid of this one. Go.
Delete that one. That's what I did.
That one has
Right click
bad-
on it and delete
Bad
it.
luck on it.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't know how to do that last time, so I whipped it into the DM box.
you just go looking around, like calling for him occasionally, as you see different folks. Like, excuse me, have you seen a small? No, okay, excuse me, but none of them appear to have seen him so far. It's taken you about 30 minutes of looking around, but you haven't come across him so far.
Okay, I got a question. Like, like OOC. Do we know that there's like a monster in the cave?
You know there's something.
Yeah, I
We know there's
I
something
told
down
you
there.
guys.
Yeah, because she's.
But then we'd had the conversation with Kurek that it was probably a basilisk.
Because it turned people
Remember?
to stone.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure because I remember y'all talking about it.
Mhm.
I just didn't know if everybody, because I know you had went and saw with the bat.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only person who didn't really know was Klee because he was passed out.
Yeah.
I got told after.
But
though.
he got told, yeah.
Yeah. But it's, I mean, they're really bad, right?
Basilisks? They're not
Yeah,
great.
they're not good.
They're not great.
They're very
I wanna
dangerous.
look at them.
They're
Yeah,
the snakes,
right.
right?
No, in D&D. In fact, in most, I don't know why it was a
Kind of look
snake.
like
And
Peyton.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter was a snake.
In Harry
Potter.
Potter,
Harry
was-
Potter just.
Harry Potter
changed
was
it up.
backwards. So basilisks are actually, they are reptiles. They're kind of a large reptilian creature. I think it's got 8 legs, so it's kind of like an 8-legged, 6 or 8-legged reptilian creature,
Like a
almost
reptile
like
spider.
a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Turn people into stone.
Yeah. And then, well, actually, you know what, Mara? I think you probably know. You've probably heard. They're not super rare, but they're the kind of thing that, as a young Goliath, you would have been told, "Now don't go wandering around in the caves alone. You don't want to get eaten by the basilisks and things like that.
Okay.
But they would turn they turn their victims to stone, and then they actually, using their digestive fluids, they actually eat the stone and then are able to turn it back into like digestible material inside their own bodies. So
Okay. I was just trying to decide whether I was gonna be distraught or like if I just didn't know.
Well, it's dangerous.
yeah, you know it's dangerous. It doesn't make you super comfortable. You would hope the military is equipped to deal with them.
Hopefully.
That sounds reassuring.
Oh, right.
Hmm.
I mean, it's only your love interest, whatever.
I know. I'm so sad, and I hate wizard right now.
Well, what would your character do?
She would be very upset. They're like, I just don't know what to do. Like, all my friends are gone, and I can't find them. I just got this terrible news.
So as you're kind of walking around trying to find Marok, roll me a perception check.
15.
Yeah, you're making your way back, and you see Mara kind of seemingly distraughtly running around, like looking for you, like just asking people, "Have you? Excuse me, have you seen my? He's about to, no, okay." Like,
Hi, Mom.
Oh, Marok. Okay, I just run up to him and give him a hug.
he's
Careful
holding
with the cake.
yeah, he's got a really big cake in his hands.
I just start licking the cake.
Just crying and eating cake.
This is
Yep.
really good.
I ordered another one. It'll be ready tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was 50 gold.
What?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty expensive in this universe for a cake too, but what do I know? I'm only 5.
It's a custom cake.
I don't know.
Also,
Okay.
cake and sugar in this universe. Pricey.
Additionally, you didn't try to haggle it, and he was just quoting you a stupid number.
Ooh.
I kind of thought that too, especially when he closed up shop right after.
Yeah, no, he's.
I'm only 5. I don't know. And I have a bunch of money. I know I have more than 50 gold.
To
So
be fair,
Yeah,
cakes is expensive
Yeah.
in real life.
Cakes is expensive.
Cakes is expensive. That needs to
And
be a
for-
That needs to be
for-
a shirt.
For a rough, just so you guys know
I'll write it
how the
down.
money works in my universe in Ascendia. 1 gold is roughly equivalent to, like, you can think of it as like 10 US dollars. So
That's an
Okay.
expensive cake.
it's an expensive cake for sure, but
Yeah,
not like
this guy could be
Yeah.
this universe's cake boss, dude.
Yeah,
I asked IRL. He's a cake boss.
yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, but you're gonna get nothing but Rice
Actually is.
Krispie treats and like wooden dowels and crap.
Yeah.
Go on, Dad.
PVC pipe in the middle of it.
Bonded
There's
with
gonna
just, like,
there's
rubber.
gonna be like
Yeah.
magical like coming out the top. Yeah, who knows? You'll see. He's making a delicious cake. He's very excited to get 50 gold for the day.
I'm sure he is.
That's like a week's
That-
wages, dude.
That's like their
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Mara and Marok, you reunite with nearly squishing the cake between the two of you.
As you lick it.
As you're both like,
I'm not crying. I'm just
oh,
I'm a little upset.
maybe you're crying because it's so delicious.
nope.
Nope.
Just enjoying it.
All right. So,
I'm on my way back to find Briar with the cake. So I want to give her some cake.
okay.
I'm just following him, just occasionally just grabbing some.
Okay.
Grab with your hands.
Yep.
You're like eating it like a toddler. I love it. Just
So
handfuls
it
of
takes you
cake.
guys another, like, maybe from where Mara was, about 10 minutes to get back. You see Klee and Akka kind of, with Akka, I assume, kind of standing there somewhat calmly, waiting.
Yeah, they're very
Klee-
stoically standing.
Klee just
I'm
kind of
like-
pacing and
Yeah, my feathers are all like poofed up and stuff, just like this is taking forever.
Yeah.
I've kind of like gone into like a trance where I've got like the hands in front, kind of just like eyes closed, focusing.
Okay. You see them kind of standing near the office where you left them. Briar, you don't see anywhere in the immediate vicinity.
Did we also see that lady leave, by the way? Like, is she still in there? Has she been in there for like the last hour?
No, she did leave about
Okay.
30 minutes later.
Okay.
So what are you guys doing?
Do I see them approaching?
I mean,
Or,
they're
like,
not,
kinda
they're not
like-
hiding.
Like head over there and be like, tell me you saw the Colonel. Please tell me you saw the Colonel. We haven't found him yet. Not that we checked. He said he was coming. She said he was coming here, but he hasn't done that yet.
Nope, I've only found this cake.
I found some cake.
I feel like something's going on here. I don't want to ask. It's fine. So I'm guessing that's a no on finding the Colonel. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. Goodbye.
I want to go find Briar.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you a few minutes, but you find her. Are you still training at this point then, Briar? Yeah, she's just, you see her knocking a few arrows, putting them in the target. She goes and grabs them, puts them back in her quiver, and you see her lining up to take more shots, but she seems to be largely alone other than a few soldiers who are kind of watching her from afar.
Briar brought cake.
I'm sorry, you brought cake?
Yeah.
And as he presents this cake, this now almost half-eaten cake,
Like big chunks out of it?
with just chunks out of it. It's not been cleanly cut, but about half of it's gone at this point. As he presents you a chocolate cake.
I don't know that I've ever had cake. What is it?
It's good.
Good.
And chocolate. And it tastes delicious.
Sorry, it's half gone.
Well, that's fine. I'll try some. And
Okay.
How do you eat it?
With your mouth.
So okay.
With your mouth. I mean, you're not wrong.
Well, this seems like a strange custom, but I've seen other people do this kind of thing, and I will bite the cake.
Oh,
I was hoping, yes.
I mean, that's how I was eating it, actually. Not me.
So Briar
Man.
kind of leans down and gets a bite of cake. And it's really good. I mean, it's moist. It's exactly what you want in a chocolate cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is good. Thank you.
Of course. I got a bigger cake coming later tonight.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. It's like 50 layers or something. I don't remember.
50 layers.
I don't know. It's just a really big cake.
How many layers does this one have? I can't really
It's
tell,
two.
I assume, because it's like all.
It's all.
It looks about 2. It's not huge. It's it's a.
Okay. There's be like 50.
Yeah, you imagine this mountainous, enormous cake.
Oh boy. That must be a very skilled baker.
I hope so. I paid a 50 gold for it.
50 gold. Well, I'm sure it was worth it.
Yeah, I like cake.
I like cake too.
You want some more?
Sure.
And I hand her some more cake with my mage hand.
Oh.
Yeah, just scoops up.
And I will bite it from
These are the best uses of magic ever.
Yeah. So yeah, he hands this floating. Is it green still? Are you changing the color?
No, because it changes with my mood.
Okay.
So it's
Oh,
gonna,
does it?
it does now. It's gonna match her hair.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, this kind of floating hand comes up, scoops with a bunch of cake, and hands it to you. Just kind of floats in front of your mouth.
Let's eat it. What time is it now?
At this point, it's gotten to be about 11.
Ugh.
Yeah, 11.
Okay, I'm gonna look for our entire group.
Okay. It takes you a few minutes, but you find them all standing awkwardly eating cake. While
I'm like, at
standing.
this point, I'm like, I'd ran, so I'm a little tired. I'm like, okay. I know he said that we'd get Ethereum through legal means, but I don't think that's gonna be working fast enough for us. What if it's just an idea? Oh, a second. Okay.
Why are you breathing weird?
I was running everywhere. Okay. What if we double check to make sure that all the gnolls are gone from the cave? We want to make sure we did a good job, right?
Yes, yeah, we do. We do.
See? She agrees with me. What do you all think? Huh?
Sounds like you're just trying to steal more Ethereum.
That's not right. That wouldn't be fair to the town.
And I ain't liking it. I eat cake now.
No, exactly. Lick the cake. Don't lick lyrium.
Okay.
Yeah. What does everyone think? Well, obviously, Mora's on board.
I'm bored.
Weirdly on board. How about everyone else?
Sure.
I'm bringing my cake.
You can bring your cake.
Then I'm in.
Okay.
I'll go see if I don't think Akka saw me leave. I'll be right back.
I'm still standing there like,
Yeah, you're just
I'm
like
not a part
still
of this.
meditating.
No one told me, so I didn't open my eyes.
I like come back. I'm like, Akka,
Yes,
can you
yes,
just
what?
focus
Yes.
for a second.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
We're going to go back to the cave to see if all the gnolls are gone, just so we did a good job.
While he's talking, a little pink hand. You said your hair is pink right now, right, Briar?
It's like a really light blonde with pink
highlights.
like highlights, but depending on the light.
Okay. The little pink hand floats over Hunter's head with a piece of cake.
Do I notice it above me? Just like,
I see it and I go, is that cake?
Yeah.
We know what cake is, right, as birds?
You're
don't
not
know.
so uncultured that you wouldn't know what cake is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like it.
There's a piece of cake floating towards your face.
who's a Klee, mine or Akka?
Akka.
I kind of like look at it kind of like investigatorily.
Right, like birds do.
Now a word, I made that up, kind of.
Yeah.
All right. And I kind of like peck at it. No hands needed. I peck at it.
It's delicious.
That is good cake. Do all cakes taste like this, Klee?
I don't know. I haven't had this cake.
As you say that, the hand starts floating towards your face.
I'm like,
This is very handy.
I'll like grab a little bit and just kind of.
This is what D&D's all about.
Yeah, right.
Dude.
Really?
Taste testing cake.
I mean, this is really good, but
It is good cake.
I'm sure, like most food, some of it tastes good and some of it doesn't, depending on who makes it. It's good cake. I mean, I like. Thank you, Your Highness.
You're welcome.
So, are we off to the good old cave? When
Yes, let's go right now.
Man, you are really on top of this one.
Should we leave a note behind to tell the commander that we were here?
Might not be a bad idea. Anyone got more ink and paper?
Yeah, I just scribble something really quick saying that
Okay.
we've
Probably don't say we're going.
gone out on an adventure.
There
for the
you go.
day,
That's perfect.
and we'll be back. I don't know, a few hours.
Yes.
Because you said it's
Okay.
like what, hour there, hour back, so like 5 hours,
Give or take.
give or take.
You never know what'll happen.
Okay.
Okay.
So you write up the message, you just leaving on the desk in there? What are you doing?
I was gonna like stick it to the door.
Stick it to the man.
Yeah, as you're doing this, you guys actually hear like the sound of like what sounds like a lot of boot falls, like just kind of approaching from outside of the barracks where you guys are located.
Oh no.
What is the matter?
Is that a problem? Sounds like a
Let's
lot of.
see what it is.
Yeah, I'll check what it is as well.
I'm gonna go out as well and kind of fly up and
Okay.
see.
You get a few weird looks as you start flying, but nobody's done anything. And as you kind of peek the gates entering the barracks here, as you peek outside, you guys see what appears to be like another large garrison of troops kind of making their way into the barracks where you guys are located. That's all you can kind of see from here. And so who's in the air right now?
I flew up.
Oh, I'm just on the ground.
Okay. Yeah,
just following Mora.
Akka, roll me a perception check because you can maybe see a little further.
I flew up as well.
Nat 20.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
What a waste.
Yep.
I know, right?
It happens.
That's my one for the night.
You see really good.
You
I
kind
got
of
those bird eyes, dude.
You see riding up from the back a couple horses with what appear to be superior officers kind of checking the ranks and riding up towards the front. At a glance, just educated guess, you're guessing one of them is probably the colonel.
Okay. I'm gonna fly back down and say I think that he's arrived. The colonel is coming in. There's a lot of troops and some very important looking people.
Oh, come on. We just made a plan.
I kind of like pull my note off the door and like put it in my pocket.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, I mean, it takes a few minutes, but you guys hear just the footfalls approaching as the larger gates are pulled open, and this procession of troops enters ahead of you guys, largely comprised of half-orcs, but also there are a few full-blooded orcs and humans kind of mixed in as well, and they appear to just be the garrison under the command of the colonel, and the troops that are here actually have now filed out to meet them, and they're standing in formation. You guys are kind of awkwardly like standing in the middle of two groups. What are you guys doing?
Cake, chilling.
Yeah, just with floating cake hand in the middle.
Yep, floating cake hand going around, making its rounds, giving everyone a little piece.
Yep. And at this point, the colonel kind of rides up to the front. You see him hop off his horse, and the other officer that had been following beside him hops off as well as they hand their horses over to one of the existing members in the barracks, who takes them and goes to feed and water them and stable them. You see him lean into his underling and kind of say something, which you can't make out from the distance you guys are at. And then he kind of gives everybody a nod, and the superior officer begins giving orders to the troops as he makes his way kind of towards the office where you guys are located.
I'll wait till he gets close enough,
Mhm.
And I'll be like, Colonel Gerlag, I presume?
Yes. How can I? He kind of looks
Klee,
at the five.
my name's Klee.
Yes.
This is Aka, Morak,
Right.
Briarwood.
I see that. I think you were the ones who were helping. I only had a small missive. I don't know what all your business is here, but I was told you were assisting with some small tasks.
We were helping deal with the null problem.
I see.
Help the Ethereum production get back on track. Some might call that small, but some might say it's a little more than. But regardless, we were told to meet with you. You might have some missions and jobs for us.
Well, I may, if you'll allow me to get settled in. He kind of, you see him kind of like itch at his face for a second. He says, as you can see, the tensions are very high. We brought in some more troops just to kind of bolster our position a bit. We're not anticipating anything, but, well, I'm here to get things in order. And I do apologize, but I will be needing you all to vacate the premises.
Oh, no problem. We understand. You seem like a busy man. Why don't we come back tomorrow? Does that work better for you? I feel like you have a lot on your plate right now.
Yes, I need to get the troops in order. There's a few representatives I need to speak with, but either later this evening or tomorrow would work well.
Okay, that is perfect.
You know, roll me a quick persuasion check there, Klee.
That is a 19.
All right, as he kind of turns towards the door to head in, he says, "You know, come inside for a moment. I've only got a minute, but please, there's something I would like you to look into for me."
All of us, or yes, of course.
Just
Then I'll
come.
start.
Yeah, he just kind of nods. All of you, please.
I'll start making my way in.
File in.
All right. Because Kurik trusted you, he's a good officer. I will choose to trust you as well.
He is indeed a very good officer.
I don't know what tasks he had in mind for you, but if you could look into something for me, we received an anonymous tip that perhaps one of the would-be assassins was located in the marketplace. I don't know what your plans are for today, and again, this is under the table, but we'd be very much in your debt if you could uncover anything to do with this plot. And he scribbles down some stuff, and he opens his pack as he pulls out another note. He says, it was a man by the name of Dermond, is what our sources tell us. He was apparently a human male. You should notice him. He's got a kind of a dark red cloak on is the last description that we got of him. Brown hair, a little bit darker skin, kind of sun-kissed. That's the best description we have. We've not heard of him before, but somebody tipped us off that he may have been involved with the plot. So we don't want to barge into the neutral zone and arrest him ourselves, but we would like if you could perhaps check into it for us and see if you can gather any intel, and then if there's any actionable items, we'll be able to act upon it ourselves. But we don't want to cause a stir, as things are already getting a bit hot in this area.
Well, I look to turn to everyone to see what they think. Just kind of like see their reactions.
This
Is there a table in the room?
Yeah, and as he kind of passes the stuff over to you, he takes a seat behind the desk.
I'm looking under the table because I heard something about this whole thing's gonna be under the table. So I'm underneath the table.
Okay, yeah, roll me a perception check.
17.
Yeah, so you first, on the other side, you see his feet. You do see like a quill that apparently fell under the table. Otherwise, it appears to be pretty clean. You assume maybe that quill got knocked under there while the lieutenant was cleaning it out earlier.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting.
So, is this just an intel mission, or?
I mean, if you had some tangible proof, or other words to go upon, we wouldn't mind him being brought in, or co-conspirators, but we need hard evidence. We can't just assume. So if you can perhaps get in good with him and maybe get any information out of him, it would obviously look very suspicious if any of the representatives of any of the nations went questioning him. He'd probably catch on, but as you are all outsiders, I think it'd be a little easier for you to gain his trust.
That makes perfect sense. Now, perhaps we should talk payment as well. Obviously, we're putting a big risk for this. And we don't really do things for free. I'm sure you understand how it works at this point. I'm not going to insult your intelligence.
Well, I will say this, because this is not a, strictly speaking, official business. I cannot give you an official contract. I will see that I can compensate you from my personal stores, but outside of that, just know that you will have earned our trust, which goes a long way in this city.
No,
I promise I will compensate you somehow. He says I don't know exactly to what extent I can promise right now. But if you're looking tasks purely for coin, I will be able to find more for you later this evening or tomorrow.
No, Carrick was great guy. He was looking at a way for us to acquire a rare material that I'm sure you are familiar with.
He gives you just a kind of curt smile. That yes, I've heard of it.
He was trying to recommend that the whole process of us getting our hands on even a small amount, that it gets kind of expedited a little bit.
If you can bring back definitive evidence of who attempted this assassination, I personally guarantee that things will move forward. I can't guarantee quantities, but
that sounds wonderful.
We'll see what happens.
Best news we've heard all day, honestly. What does everyone think? Whew, this is exciting.
I just kind of nod. I just I'm along for the ride.
Okay, good talk.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
All right. Do check in with me later. I'll have more for you then. But until then, good luck and be safe.
You as well.
He gives you a nod, and you see him being sorting through some notes and laying out maps on the table.
I'll exit the office
Okay, what is everybody else doing?
I'm following.
Okay.
Get out front of the table and just scamper off.
Okay. Very good.
I'll look to Mora and Morok and be like,
You two wanted to get your hands on Ethereum too, correct?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
I mean, it's
I don't even know what it is besides disgusting.
not everything is food. It's yeah. I don't need to know your reasons. All I need to know is that you want to get your hands on it, and this is beneficial to you too as well. Briarwood, any interest in Ethereum at all?
Not really, but I'm willing to help.
Perfect. That's the can-do attitude I like to hear.
I like it as well, yeah.
So let's go find an assassin, but not assassinate him because he said not to kill him. Remember that. That's key information, people.
Okay, we kill him. Okay.
We don't kill him. I need to hear everyone say it. Come on, all with me now. We don't kill the assassin.
Assassin.
What if he attacks
Assassinate
us?
Assassin.
Okay, I feel like I'm
I'm
getting
sure
like,
we can restrain him some.
there we go. That's an idea. That's 2 for 2 already. This is wonderful.
Oh, do I get a gold star?
If I had them, yes.
Yay.
you get, and I'll pluck out a feather. You get a feather.
Oh,
It's all I have
feather.
on me.
I put it with the other feather I got
Oh,
earlier.
Okay.
You are looking more like one of us.
You're
Okay. Sorry.
I hop on my mom's shoulder and set the cake on her head while I'm eating it.
You still have the cake? I'm gonna look hungrily at the cake.
I'm just gonna grab it and eat it as I'm walking.
I'll hang on. Perception check. A 5. I don't notice you.
I
So,
lick and look so sad.
Man named Dermond, human male, red cloak, dark skin, brown hair.
Yes.
That's what we're looking for. I think if we spread out somewhere in the town square and then meet back up after a few minutes, that'll be our best bet for tracking this guy down. Maybe ask a few questions, but not enough to get like a lead on him, like where he would know we're looking for him. Ask the right questions. I don't know what they are, but ask them.
Are you dormant?
That might work. If he might be caught off guard and he might say yes, and then be like, "Oh no, I'm not." Hold on to that thought.
I wanted to mention again how excited I am for this below average intelligence party.
I know we are so stupid.
But it makes it so much fun. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's anything is possible.
Yeah.
Anything.
Kleenex, what are we doing again?
Kleenex?
Clean.
Or Klee?
Oh, okay.
I see you added a few more stuff we are looking for the assassin, not killing him, just getting some proof or trying to find him in some way.
What's
We
his
get to
name?
you weren't paying attention at all. Dormand.
I was investigating.
Dormand, something like that.
So he's the doorman.
He might be.
So like a club?
No, he's an assassin.
Oh, he's an assassin.
He could be an assassin that works at a nightclub on his off time.
Like his.
Do they
That's
call it
stretching a little bit.
So he's a bouncer.
He's bouncy.
Oh God.
It's still happening right outside the door.
Yeah,
of this
so-
dude's office, right?
Yeah, currently, you guys are just kind of standing out there, and like as you stand there for a minute, you hear the door close behind you.
This guy's like, they're not gonna find shit. They're not gonna help in any way.
How do they do anything?
Oh man,
Oh dear.
I put my socks on the wrong feet this morning.
All right, so
Birds
guys,
for feet.
what are you doing? You're standing outside.
We should probably head towards the town square.
Okay.
I mean, I can take to the air and try and see if I can see it was brown hair, sun-kissed skin, and a dark red cloak.
I'll keep an eye out for that too, and I'll fly up as well. Now we'll meet back in the town square, right in the center, in like 20-ish minutes. I don't have a sundial or anything, but we'll know. We'll know.
Okay. What are the other three of you guys doing?
I'm just dragging my feet and eating the cake off my head and just walking, following.
At this point, the cake is just a small hunk, as it's been devoured by a bunch of different people at this point, and it's
Just like Morak.
yeah. So,
Small hunk.
and
Small
Marok,
hunk.
you're just riding Mara.
Yep.
Okay. And Briar, you said you're just
I would like to go to a clothing store.
Okay.
That might sell red cloaks.
okay.
Ooh.
Very good.
And with
Yeah.
your noggin, you're the smart one of the crew.
So yeah, the three of you kind of begin heading towards the center of the city in the neutral zone to try and find this man. On the way, you're looking for a clothing shop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, can I buy some new clothes? I don't look like a king.
Are you asking me?
Are you
No.
asking Mom?
I'm asking my mom and Briar.
What?
I said, can I buy some new clothes too? I don't look like a king in this outfit.
I guess.
Yay!
Okay.
Shopping montage.
Yeah, there's. How fancy of clothes are you guys looking for? You do, as you make your way to the city center, you do notice several like tailors and clothing vendors.
I would like to look like a king.
Okay, so pretty fancy.
Do any particularly sell cloaks?
Several do, yeah. I mean, again, it just depends on what grade of clothing you're looking for. There's everything from kind of like the poorer tailor that's kind of made of like rougher cloth and largely things like, just different sackcloths or things like that.
I'd say a bit nicer.
Okay. The two of you guys then roll me a perception check.
Okay.
4.
4, okay.
19 plus whatever my perception is. Can't find it.
Yeah, so Marok, as you're riding along on Mara's shoulders, you're looking right there. Oh wow, they're like every one of these clothing stores is fancy. Like it's blowing your mind how so many fancy clothing places can be in one location. And as you're riding atop, you're kind of like pointing at different ones.
Wow!
And Mara, most of the things he's pointing at are pretty low end stores, but you and Briar kind of guide him a little further down as you do find a clothing store that's a little higher end, a little more posh. You see some of the people coming out wearing just different types of silks and satins and different types of velvet and things as they kind of make their way out.
Can we approach the store and I'm just at this point just licking the crumbs off of the plate that the cake was on?
Okay. Yeah, it is all gone.
I'm so sad.
Don't worry, Mom. We're gonna get a big cake later.
Okay.
Eat your emotions away.
Classic. All right, so yeah, you approach the clothing store.
Okay.
Are you looking to buy something custom made, or do you know? What are you
I'm
doing?
just looking and seeing what's for sale and seeing if there are any dark red looking cloaks.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Yeah. You
When it matters.
you look around a little bit. You do see several things that you're like, oh, this is no, it's not a cloak, but there's a lot of things that are made of a very interesting kind of darker red material. It appears to be some sort of like broadcloth, so it's a little lighter. It seems to breathe decently well, but it's a little difficult to tell exactly what it's made of. It seems like it's maybe cotton.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a few different styles that have this rather dark red dye that seems to stand out.
Okay. I would like to ask the shopkeeper if there's one.
There indeed is. As you
Question.
look around, there's not one, but there are two. It's kind of an elderly couple. Not ancient by any means, but certainly like the man is balding on top. Is kind of, just got like the little bit of white hair around here and a small white beard. The lady again, straight, just completely white hair. Nothing stands out about them as being super significant, but they're at the back, kind of like you see them like kind of like hands shaking a little bit, doing their work, but they're producing absolutely beautiful clothing.
Oh.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
I would like to ask them. Excuse me, are these your work?
Which are you just asking in general or talking to one of
Yep,
them?
to both of them.
The old man, he looks up from the little bit of sewing he's doing. Oh yes, we've been here for a greater part of 40 years. We're one of the old, if not the oldest tailor in town. It's debated, and then the wife kind of peeks in. Yes, it's debated, but we know the truth.
Well, yes, they are quite beautiful. I'm just awestruck at the color. Do you dye them as well?
She steps out from behind the counter. She says, "Oh, of course, we do. We have to import our dyes from elsewhere, but was there anything in particular I can help you with? You've got a very beautiful build. We could, I'm sure, get you set up with something that really matches your look and style."
Well, I was quite interested in the cloaks. I think I have seen some others. Do other people purchase from here quite often, and purchase these in particular?
I mean, we have a great many customers.
I do like buying popular things. I don't want to just have something that no one really buys,
Right, you want to be in vogue, as they say.
Yes.
Says,
yes, in vogue.
Oh, of course. Well, this you said cloaks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had a new violet dye come in from Esquel that is very beautiful. I think it would really stand out. You look a little different. Where are you from?
Oh, here and there. I change my hair quite often, actually.
Oh, a lot of you young folk are doing that these days.
Mm-hmm.
She says there are many items that I think would be great, but for cloaks, I don't know why you'd want to hide your beautiful face.
Oh, it's just when it's chilly.
Oh, of course. Will you be wearing what you're wearing now, and you wanted to compliment what
Yes, and I also have my small friend here, who also wants to look like royalty, so he would also be looking for a dark red cloak. But again, is this a popular color? Have you had anyone recently purchase it? That is quite important to me.
You're pointing to the dark red stuff?
Yes.
Oh, yes. This is actually a dye that is imported from. It's not a neighboring country, but we import it from. God, hold on. Let me check my own map. I hate that.
It's okay.
I want to make sure.
Lady, you never know.
It's a 3-word thing, so I don't want to mess up my own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anything would have been like, oh yes, yes.
Oh, of course, yes.
Wait, did the stream freeze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long ago?
We all look at very different expressions.
It like just froze. I'm refreshing.
There, I just clicked the transition button again. And it unfroze. I don't know why I did that. And in any case, is it good now? We good, guys?
Oh.
Nope.
It's still sort of
So
frozen.
frozen.
Why?
Really
Dropping
choppy.
frames?
I think
No.
it's just.
Not dropping frames.
Oh, are we back?
I put it down to 480 and it's good.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I think it's working now.
She's been having weird issues with people's internet.
Working.
going wonky.
Yeah.
Their servers are a little messy.
So she turns back to you. Is it still working? No. Yep,
It
it's
looks
working.
like it.
I'm moving. I can see it here. Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she turns back. She says, "Yes, this dark red is very popular. It's a dye commonly imported recently from Zalika Balel, which is to the east. I'm sure you know that, though. You look very smart.
Zalika Balel. I'm trying to spell
I'll spell it for you later. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh, that does sound quite exotic. Do males typically purchase this, or is it more of a female?
Oh, a lot of no, it's popular with many, but we've had we've had yeah. I can't say that it's been popular with one sex or the other particularly. But yeah, they really seem from Zali. They really like their like dark reds and their oranges and yellows. It's just...
And I'll go over to Barak and say, "What color would you like?"
I don't know. I just want to look like royalty. And between you and me,
I like cover my mom's ears.
I need your help. My mom's not very fancy. I don't know if you've noticed.
Ooh.
You can't be offended. You didn't hear it.
Oh, like
How hard were you covering
being fancy?
Oh dear.
I got her trying to get a new daddy, dude.
I'm trying to get you a father.
It's not my real dad.
He
This
will
entire
be.
meltdown's happening in the Walmart.
Yeah.
People in Walmart.
Yeah.
All right. So what
Okay.
yeah, so he's asking you for help with finding new clothes.
Okay. Do you have anything that might make him feel like royalty?
Oh, yes, if you come with me, if you see a wide assortment of silks over here that would be fit for a king.
Well, is there anything you'd like?
What do I see?
There's a wide assortment of colors, like everything from like green, purple,
Purple and white.
purple and white. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So they're I need to tailor them a bit to your size. If you would like to let me take measurements.
Okay.
And as she kind of like steps you over to this little platform, and she begins like trying to she gets like a little piece of string out to measure you. She's would you perhaps be able to take off your existing clothes so that we can?
No. Pervert.
Well, okay. Well, I have done this for a while. I will try my best to guesstimate accurate measurements from your existing clothes. And she kind of like still goes and like measures around you. She's well, I'll need to take these in. Will you? When will you be wanting to pick them up?
Well, I'm getting a really big cake tonight. Can it be done tonight?
Oh, I will have to charge you a priority fee, but it can be done.
Okay, how much?
Well, ma'am, did you want anything as well?
I think I will think on it and look for others as well.
Of course. And if you ever need anything, just you know where to find us.
Been so helpful. I
Of
do
course.
appreciate it.
And so you're just buying the robe, Cody. Marok's
man?
Marok's just buying you're just buying a purple and white robe.
No, I want the full attire.
Okay.
The pants, the tunic, the gloves, everything.
Okay.
I don't want to outshine my friend, you know.
Of course.
I
yeah,
give her
then
a little wink.
Then the full get up.
I can just picture him with poofy pants.
And the pants that are like tucked into the white socks, little pointy shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is so you're.
Half off because I'm so little.
Well,
Less material.
I mean, she's tailoring like existing small sizes to you.
Yeah, whatever.
So yeah. Okay, sure. So because you're very small, just well, we will be 20 gold pieces for the main attire, and for the cloak it'll be an additional 3.
Okay, Mom, pay the person.
You said you wanted it this evening, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. We will have to do a 2 gold surcharge for the expediency, if you don't mind.
Okay.
And she's kind of
Put my hand out towards my mom.
Very free spending when it's someone else's money.
Yeah.
My cake was twice the amount of this.
You have your own money.
I spent it on the cake.
Remember? No, you didn't, because you told me that the cake was 50 gold. So that means that you have a lot more left. I ain't paying for this shit.
Oh, I do? Okay.
And I give the gold.
Okay. Very good. She says, very good. I will do my best to have it ready this evening. And what was the name for the order?
King Mara.
King Morak, of course. Very good. I shall see you this evening, my lord. And she kind of nods to you, Brian. She says, and if you ever need any assistance with anything, please just let me know.
Okay.
I will. Thank you.
Very good. So meanwhile, you guys flying around.
Yeah.
The two of you go and roll me a perception check.
Oh,
Dang.
I hope you did well.
22.
That's a good thing.
Okay, 22. What did you
11.
get? 11?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so Klee, you're looking around, you're trying to see, you're looking for a man matching this description. You guys a couple times see a few people that seem to be wearing dark red clothing from up high, and as you kind of go down a little lower, you're like, they don't seem to match the description, that's not a human, or, that's a woman. And then, as you're flying around, Akka, you notice, just barely, just this slight sparkle of what looks to be something to be very similar to what you guys saw in the cave, as there are two people in this kind of small back alleys. You guys are kind of flying low, and they appear to be like looking around, kind of exchanging goods, and they're kind of handing over what appears to be Ethereum ore.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm gonna. Are me and Clee like? Are we flying?
Yeah, we're just.
All right. I'm gonna look over to him and say, I believe they are trading Ethereum. The thing.
What? And I'm immediately like.
I kind of
bombed.
Yep.
It's my trigger.
Yeah, as you, so are you just going straight for these guys?
I don't want to, but Clee.
I would advise against us driving. Like, let's land on the building and watch.
Okay, yeah, I'll land on the building then.
Okay.
Quietly.
All right, roll me a stealth check, the two of you guys. Are you on the building like directly above them?
Yes.
Okay.
I got 8.
Okay.
So I got 11.
You guys land on this roof. It's kind of got just a little bit of a slope to it. And as you land, like some of you hit and like some of the shingles actually go falling off into the street. And you hear one of the guys says, "Did you set me up?" He says, "No, I don't know what that is." And they're kind of looking around, trying to see where see where you guys are, as they kind of hear you scrambling around on the roof, but don't see you. And he says, "Just give it to me." And he kind of, you see, as you kind of glance over, you see them exchange two small bags really quick, and one takes running off, and the other one's still kind of there looking for you.
Wait, which one? Do we see what's in the bags? I'm guessing no.
So what Akka saw was that the man that's still standing there is the one that had the bag that seemed to be containing Ethereum.
What does he look like? Is he the one wearing the red cloak, or is the guy that bolted wearing the red cloak?
Neither of them were wearing a red cloak.
Oh,
They were just trading Ethereum.
Yeah,
There was something.
man.
Yeah.
That's after the one with the Ethereum, and I'll start bolting it towards that guy flying.
I'm gonna not follow. I'm gonna go down to the other guy.
Okay. As you land down next to him, Aki says, can I help you? I this is all above board, I promise."
It seems very suspect that you would be trading it in a dark alley.
"Are you looking to buy?"
Maybe.
Oh, well then, yeah. I perhaps could procure some if you're interested.
Where do you get it from?
Well, I have my ways. Says I have a small bit left here if you're interested in purchasing now.
How much does Ethereum go for?
Oh.
Well,
Oh no.
it can range wildly, but what I have here is he kind of pulls out a small stone, but the stone that he pulled, this ore that he pulls out, it seems to have whereas what you had was almost like sand-sized particles in it. This has a few larger chunks, almost like small pebbles. It has a few in it, and he just kind of pulls it out for just a second, shows it to you. See just the kind of gleaming greenish light. Kind of as the light plays on the stones, he kind of quickly puts it away. Says, what I have here is very nice. It's not a king's ransom by any means, but it's still going to run you about 350 gold pieces.
A lot of cake.
A lot of cake.
A lot of cake. Well, I don't have exactly that much.
Well, exactly how much do you have?
I have about 150 gold.
I'm sorry, I can't let Ethereum of this quality go for 150. In the meantime, Klee,
Yeah.
Yeah.
are you were just chasing this guy down?
Chasing this guy down. How
Okay.
far away is he from me?
I mean, as he took off, I mean, you're flying faster than he is. You catch him probably within about 15 seconds or so. What are you doing?
Before like I catch up to him, I'm going to cast command.
Okay.
So he needs to make a will save.
Okay.
Or wisdom save, sorry. Wisdom save.
Yeah, so he reaches just the edge of this alley. He's about to step out into the street. Does 13 beat your will save?
Beats it. God
Okay,
damn.
yep.
Ugh. So I scream out, "Drop it!" And it doesn't work. It fizzles, and I'm like, ugh.
He just keeps
And I-
running. You see him trying to blend into the crowd and lose you. Like you see a cloak get thrown off as
I'm gonna try and keep up with him from above.
Okay.
Like,
roll me a perception check. See if you can spot him.
No. Natural 20.
Yeah, I mean, he tries to lose you. Let me double check. I really don't think he's got a bonus to let. No. She's trying to lose you, but you're able to keep up with him, and he's just kind of trying to dart through people. You see a couple of guards up ahead of him that he seems to be running towards.
He's running towards the guards.
At the moment.
Okay. Can I do a insight on him?
Sure. What are you trying to ascertain?
I'm trying to see if he's like going towards the guards to like tell them, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead.
7.
It's difficult to tell from here, but he does seem to be pointedly running towards them. You can't tell if it's for what purpose, but
I don't want the guards to see me chasing after this guy. At this moment, I'd probably be like, where the fuck's Akka? I'll be like, I'll head back to where I last saw Akka.
okay. You see him standing there, and you kind of like see him like looking at this man, and like they seem to be talking, but you're a little far away. So as you make your way up, you're kind of where that conversation left off. He's like, it's like I can't sell you this for that so little money. I'd be a madman.
Do I hear this? That last part?
Yeah.
I say, "Whoa, you're selling. Well, that changes everything. How much are you selling for?"
He's looking around. He's like, "Who you want? Who are you? I don't like that two of you are just approaching me in the
Is that really the question you want to ask? Someone who's trying to purchase some, I'm guessing, rocks. Let's just say rocks.
Right.
Someone who's trying to purchase some nice rocks from you.
I suppose if you've got the money, we can do business.
I'm hoping we can do business, but depends on how much you're charging, I guess.
Well, as I already showed your friend here, I've got a nice supply. It's going to be 350 gold pieces to acquire it, though. So
Insight to see if that's a good price or not.
you're just checking the pricing.
I want to see if he's like trying to rip us
Okay.
off.
Yep. Go ahead and roll insight check.
3.
You have no
I
idea.
didn't even bother with that.
I'll be like, See, that's I'll give you all the gold I have on me.
And how much gold do you have on you?
273.
There's also we are looking for very much Ethereum. There's potential we could come back to you and purchase more.
I see. Well, I will take the gold you have, if you promise to come back to me. So, I just understand. I was already giving you a good deal. This is a really good deal. So
This is great because we're obviously starting a business connection. We'll get something rolling. We'll get more gold. We'll come back.
oh, of course. He says, you may want to keep this under wraps, and he kind of pulls
Oh,
out the
of
bag.
course.
He kind of pulls out the bag. He says, all right, you just, if you could show me the gold, and we can make the exchange.
I will show him the gold, the 273.
He kind of like takes a look, kind of like pokes around in the bag for a second. Okay, seems to all be there, as best I can tell. He starts to hand the bag over to you. He's just kind of, he says, he looks around, he's kind of cinches up the bag and like hands it over.
Okay. I look to Akka to see what he thinks.
I kind of nod approvingly with like a look of like, this is what you were looking for, kind of like.
Well, my conscience says yes, so let's do this.
And I'll hand over 273 gold.
He gives you a smile. He says, it was a pleasure doing business with you. I hope to see you around. And he kind of quickly turns and walks away, leaving you guys.
How do we contact you? I kind of.
Yeah, we don't really have your name. We don't need a real name, but like, how are we gonna, like you said, get in contact?
Well, as he kind of turns, he turns back and he says, I prefer not to give names, as it makes it easy to find me, but if you poke around the right bars, I guarantee you somebody will know me. I'm quite prolific in this area.
Is there a pseudonym that you have?
If you just call me the dealer, should be
Right.
easy enough. The dealer.
On the nose, I get it. On the
It's-
beak.
Right.
Pleasure doing business.
And with you, and he kind of gives you a nod and quickly like skitters off.
I'll start
walking away.
flying up.
Yeah,
Okay.
up.
Are you following him?
Yeah, I'm going up as well. Back
Oh man.
Oh, are we following the guy?
That's what.
No, I'm flying up, just like away from here, kind of thing.
Okay.
Just like,
Okay.
but yeah.
Whew, we got lucky there, didn't we?
Very lucky, yes.
I feel like there was something we were supposed to do in the dark time. Ah, it doesn't
I think
matter.
that's it. Yeah.
This is amazing. Whew,
That
this
be
is such a
enough? Is that how much we were looking for? Is
I
that-
have no clue, but it's something. Ugh.
Very good.
Okay, we both kind of look pleased, I guess. Just chilling. Picking
Back-
our feathers contently.
Back to you guys at the tailor shop. Having put in your order, what are you guys doing now?
I'm fine with just leaving the shop.
Very good. And Marak, your order is in for pickup this evening. Are you guys looking? Are you still looking for the guy? Okay.
We'll start wandering around
Looking anywhere in particular?
at the people in the streets, of course.
Okay. Yeah. Just you guys roll me an investigation check just to see if you notice anyone anyone curious.
Natural 20
Hey.
again.
16.
No.
16.
13.
Yeah, you guys kind of glance around. Mara and Marak, you guys don't see anybody that really catches your eye. But Briar, as you're looking around, you do see someone that, at least from far away, seems to kind of match the description. As it appears to be a man. It's hard to tell from far away, but you see this kind of red hooded figure kind of disappear into a shop a little ways away from you guys.
Okay. I will head that way then.
Okay. Very
Did she
good.
say anything to us?
Yes, I will say, come along. I think I have another shop in mind for us.
Okay.
Okay. As you guys make your way down, you see the figure is ducked into, it looks like kind of like an oddities, like almost like a thrift store type shop. The sign above it reads Calig's Cove, the second shop. As you kind of look inside, it's just kind of a mishmash of different items. Like there's piles of different armors and swords and all sorts of weapons and armaments, and then potions kind of stacked up in the walls. There's different, like a few bookshelves and things that are kind of stacked in there as well, but you don't see him immediately looking in, but he could definitely be somewhere towards the back looking around. It's difficult to say.
Okay. I will. Is the shopkeeper around?
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Okay. 20, not natural.
Okay. Yeah, you pretty quickly spot, like just from at the counter level, there's just this head kind of bobbing around as this small halfling character you see appears to be like arranging goods, and as you kind of look, they don't really seem to be arranging goods that in a way that makes sense. But as you look down at her, she's kind of an older halfling woman. She's got kind of like larger spectacles on at this point that make her eyes look really big. And as she kind of, she notices you, she says, "Oh, hello. It's so nice to see you. How can I help you? Welcome to Calig's shop. I'm Calig."
Oh, hello, Calig. Wonderful to meet you. Is your shop busy today?
Oh, yes.
There's quite a few people in the streets.
Yes, this location has been very good for Calig. I'm very pleased.
Good. Do you mind if we just look around and see all the fancy things you have here?
Oh, but of course, if you're looking for anything in particular, I can help. There's a lot of things here, though, so I don't know what they all are.
It does look that way. How is the store organized?
It's not very well. I have things that are stabby and defendy over there, and I have potions and things behind me here, and there's a section with oddities at the back, and I have some books, but
oddities? Oh
yeah,
my,
yes.
That sounds interesting.
I don't know what they do.
Oh, well, I would love to help you if I can potentially help you with that if you need help.
Oh, you can certainly try. I would love help. Maybe I could give you a discount if you're especially helpful.
Oh, that would be great. So in the back then?
Oh yeah, there's a section towards the back. It's kind of just a mishmash on the shelves of different items. I can only identify so many things at once, you know?
Oh, I understand. All right, I'll take a look in the back. Would you like to come? And as I look at Mara and Marak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll head kind of go through the store towards the back.
Okay. Yeah, as you
Looking for the guy.
right. As you reach the back of the shop, kind of stepping over various piles of detritus and things that are potentially useful. It's difficult to tell. There's a lot of things kind of on the floor in semi-organized piles, and you kind of step your way through towards the back of these shelves. As you kind of reach the back, you do see at the back left corner of the store there's a man who is wearing a dark red cloak. He's kind of got it down at the moment. He appears to be reading a book at the moment.
Okay. Oh, pardon me.
He startles. Yes. How can I help you?
Oh, do you also run the shop?
Oh no, I'm just browsing.
Oh, well, I'm browsing too. My name's Briar. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Can I help you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I offend you? I didn't catch your name there.
Oh no, just where I'm from. Names are somewhat private, and I just why but did you need something?
Oh dear. Well, where I'm from, we're all quite friendly and say our names. I'm terribly sorry if I offended you, but
Oh no offense taken. I'm not used to this place. So.
Oh. Where are you from?
You wouldn't have heard of it, probably.
I've been here and there. I'm a traveling bard as well.
Oh,
so.
well then perhaps you have. I'm from the east. I come from a town called Tirar in Zalikabelel. It's a bit different from here, but well, as you can see.
I hear they have very fine dyes.
Oh yes, we export many wonderful things. He pulls out the cloak. Says this cloak is from my country. I don't even think they have this kind of fabric here. It's very, very comfortable in all temperatures.
May I touch it?
He gives you kind of an eye, noticing now the Goliath with a small child riding behind you. Says
I would like to cast charm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Cat, do it.
Okay.
What's the save?
I don't know. Scrolling down. Charm person. 13 wisdom.
13 on wisdom. Okay.
Oh boy. I'm scared.
It appears that he is charmed.
Okay. So can I touch the cloak?
As you kind of reach your hand out, it says, of course you can touch the cloak. I did not mean to offend.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I've never felt anything like this before.
Yes, it is very nice. Did you need something? I'm sorry, I was so rude before.
Oh no, it's fine. Oh, these are my friends Mara and Marek. This is Oh.
Well, hello.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I still didn't.
My name is Dermond. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, Dermond, lovely to meet you too.
Do you need something? I have he pulls out a water flask for you, Mara. So
Yeah, I'll drink it.
Well, it's our first time here. Do you have any familiarity with oddities or the town in general?
Oh, I
What
just
are good stores.
I just like to read, to keep my mind off things. A lot of good books to be had, especially as you travel. There's just books everywhere, ones that I've never read.
Oh, I love books too. I journal as well. Do you?
Oh, I used to. I don't as much anymore.
Oh, why is that?
Life just keeps me busy, and there's only so much time in the day.
Oh, well, I would love to show you this wonderful bookstore. Would you come with me?
Oh, of course. What's the name of the store? I've been here only a week or so, and the city is quite large. So.
Oh, it's on the other side. You wouldn't miss it.
Oh, okay. Please take me there. I would love to see it.
Okay, let's go then.
I love things once.
Plan was to go to the center of the town, right?
Yes.
Or was it to go to the guards?
No, it was to meet at the center.
Well, if you have this guy, we need proof on him, right? I can't say this. I'm not here.
Okay. How far is it to the back to the
barracks? About 45 minutes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Very good. So as you start leaving the shop, Calig says, "Oh, are you leaving already? You missed a lot of things."
Oh, we'll be back. I just have another store to go to with quite a few books I want to show my new friend.
Okay. Well, it was very nice to meet you all.
Lovely to meet you too, and I will be back to help you identify.
As you start walking by Mara, she kind of leans around. She's like,
"Excuse me, person on top. Hello.
Yes.
How do you get one of those to ride on?
Yeah, she's my mom.
Oh,
You get born by the right person.
Oh, my mother was very small, so it wouldn't do me much good.
Well, just next time, try to get a bigger mother.
That's a good idea. I will try that. She kind of.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
What
Yeah,
you're
she-
being so mean to me tonight. Oh my gosh.
He grabs your hair like reins and just like.
Onward.
So you're just leading him back.
Yes.
Okay. Let me check something. I want to make sure.
I'm having such a horrible time.
Such a horrible time.
It lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
That means you have time.
I know.
That was clutch.
Yeah, he doesn't even get a chance to break it unless you hit him.
Oh man,
So
that's awesome.
he's kind of. So where are we going again? This seems you guys are about halfway. This seem most of the shops that I have seen are back that way.
It's quite eclectic. It's quite hidden, if you might say, but it's quite the gem.
I see.
I know you'll love it, and I'm so excited. Oh, I can't even contain myself. Let's hurry even faster.
So good.
Well, if you don't mind, if I could stop, I wanted to get something to drink real quick. If we could, for just a moment.
Oh, I have a water skin here.
Oh, that's
Here.
perfect. I'm glad we're friends.
Me too. I love meeting new people. So tell me about where you're from. Where was it again? Zali Cabello?
Zali Cabello, yes. It's a bit drier than here, but it's very, very, very nice. It's different. Have you ever been outside of where are you from? I'm sorry, you didn't say.
Oh, I'm from more foresty areas. I haven't seen drier places before, but I've heard of them.
It's not a desert per se. It's nothing of the sort, but it is a bit drier and warmer than here. We do have
What are
large,
the
lovely
trees
beaches
like?
and it depends on what part you're in. Most of them are a bit more on the tropical side. It's very beautiful. Lots of large palm trees, especially the coast is beautiful.
Oh.
I grew up there in a small fishing village, actually. It was very nice.
Oh, I would love to visit there someday. Perhaps we could go together.
Perhaps, and perhaps that would be fantastic, and I could show you the ziggurats, and this is fantastic. I've been so longing for a friend in the city, and I'm glad I finally found one.
Me too, Dermond. So, what brought you here anyway?
Oh, I was just here on it's a bit of private business. It's a little, I don't want to burden you with it. It's
Oh, but we're friends. Nothing would be a burden.
well, so I came here as an aide with one of the ambassadors. Apparently, even though we are not bordering this whole Ethereum thing that's going on, we've been quite interested, and so I think they were looking to talk with some of the representatives and maybe see if we could make an alliance with somebody to have some exports to our country as well. But you can't tell anybody I said that. It's only because we're such close friends that.
Oh, I won't. That sounds like such fun. I feel like it could be a great song one day if you tell me the whole story.
Oh man, poor Mason.
But we can always leave that for another time if it's a secret.
Yeah, I
Get
would
a
love.
burdens. We're friends with two burdens.
Yeah. At this point, he looks around. He's like, "Well, I would love to tell you more, but I'm afraid I've said too much. If perhaps we found somewhere private, it then would be a bit more okay for me to tell you. But I don't want prying ears and eyes.
Well, perhaps when we get to the bookstore then. It's usually quite quiet there.
Yes, if we keep our voices low, I imagine the books would muffle the whispers. That would be good.
Okay.
So tell me, how large of a store is it? Should I see it by now?
It's not quite there. It's actually quite close to the outer skirts. I think it's coming up soon. How far have we walked?
I mean, you guys are still about like maybe 10 minutes out. You're not too far.
Okay. I think we're only about 10 or 15 minutes out, maybe.
Okay. Well, very good. Are your feet my feet are getting tired. How are you doing?
I got room for more up here if you want to sit next to him.
Would you like to be carried? She does like carrying people.
No, not up here. This is a one-person seat.
I can put you under my armpit. Can't say it's gonna smell too good.
Well, I don't. He kind of looks at you, Briar. Says, "I don't know. Is that appropriate? It seems very odd. But I've not seen many Goliaths where I'm from, so I don't know. Do they often carry people?"
Yes, they do. They actually like it for the strength training.
Well, I have always wanted to be carried again as a babe.
Oh, Mara, would you mind terribly carrying our friend?
Yeah.
I'm just imagining this whole situation.
So
Maybe we can run now. Hey, I'll carry you. Come on, let's go.
oh my goodness! As you kind of lift him, he's like,
Make sure to hold on tight.
he's kind of got like his arm like kind of like tucked around your back. He's like, this is so wonderful. I've not felt so young since I was young.
Oh man.
So he looks up at you, Mara. He says, "You are very strong."
Yes, I am.
Can I tell them I'll scout ahead and just ready the shopkeep? But actually,
you're running ahead.
Yeah, but go warn.
He
Actually,
sees
never
you.
mind.
No,
Never mind. I'll stay.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay. You guys now at a slightly more brisk pace now that Mara is carrying Derman. You guys are now making good time getting back. It's a few minutes later, and you guys arrive at the gate with the half-orc guards kind of staring at you guys. Says, "What? Why? What? I've seen you come and go, but who is this man, and why are you carrying him?"
He's tired.
He's quite tired from walking so far. We came to see the bookstore that you have inside the gates.
We don't have a bookstore.
Sure.
Oh, but we've seen you have the library, and you do sell books. And I wink at him.
He kind of looks at.
This is my good friend.
Roll me a performance check.
Yeah. Oh man.
Please be good.
That's not a good noise.
15.
Okay, that's.
I would like to use my inspiration that you gave me.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right. Yeah, you can add a D10. Roll a D10.
Okay.
Oh.
So, the 23.
Okay. He's like, "No, we don't have a." Oh, right, the bookshop. And at this point, Derman's like, "He said they don't have a." Oh, right. I mean, he kind of leans down to you off of Mara. He's like, "He didn't look terribly intelligent. He probably doesn't ever read, anyways."
No, I think they're ashamed of that, actually, as I whisper.
Okay. And the guards kind of like, right, and they kind of open the door and wave you in.
Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, you're coming up about 10 minutes left on your.
Yeah,
Your
so we're
spell
going
time
to
there.
Colonel Gerlag,
Okay.
right?
Just going straight to his office.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Okay. Meanwhile, you burb guys, what time did you guys say you were meeting at the Central Square?
That was like 20 minutes.
I think I forgot that we were even like
Yeah.
looking for these people. I
Back by something shiny, and that's kind of like just how
yeah,
how
shiny
big-
stuff for burbs.
Right. So you guys are just flying around then, I
Flying
guess.
around,
Yeah.
enjoying the
How
freedom.
about we head to the bar to celebrate? And I was thinking about taking a room there because we do not want to be caught with this stuff. How does that sound?
I mean, I will not drink, but that seems agreeable.
Okay, I'm probably gonna get a room if they have any available,
Yeah.
and spend the rest of the night there trying to use this stuff. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm sure it'll come to me naturally along the way.
I guess I'll be paying for the room and drinks then.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if I have enough.
Okay. So
I
you
should
guys
probably not drink though.
you guys make your way across town back to the Carousers Crossing. Managed to at this point there are a few rooms available as the barman kind of leans over the bar and says, "Oh, I'm glad to see you're still doing well. You be needing room and board?
Yes, actually.
You don't have a you don't have a horse, right?"
No.
Right.
We fly. We have wings.
Yes, I saw. I just don't know. Again, I'm not meaning to be offensive. I don't really deal with bird people very often.
Now, if we had like flying horses, that'd be pretty cool. But
That would be cool. Would you like to have? How many rooms will you be requiring?
oh yeah. How many you have available?
He kind of looks down at his books, flips for a second. We have 4 vacancies right now.
I
Take 3 rooms so the others have somewhere to stay.
yeah. Are they staying here or are they staying at the barracks?
Didn't get the impression he wanted us
Oh crap! We were supposed to find somebody.
to find somebody.
Remember the whole reason why we were going out in the first place?
No.
You know what? They're reasonably smart. I'm sure they figured it out. Yeah, right? So 2 rooms just in case.
Okay.
Okay, how many gold coins is that?
How many? Do you know how many nights you'll be staying, or are you just doing it by the night?
Just by the night is fine.
All right. Yep. 2 rooms. That'll be just 4 gold pieces for the 2.
Whew.
So I'll just drop the 4 gold pieces. That's fine.
Thank you, Aka.
Of course. It'll be the first 2 rooms. He kind of hands you guys like just 2 small keys. He's like, it'll be the 2 rooms at the. If you go right down the hall there, your point's kind of around the back. It's on the first floor. The 2 at the end.
Right down the hall?
Yes.
Right down the hall. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We will be retiring early. Goodbye.
Turn around and swiftly make her.
Awkwardly swivel
Yes.
out. And
Yeah.
And at this point, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, for reference.
Oh yeah.
early
I'm
bird-
excited. It's like a kid getting a new toy or a new video game for
Right.
Christmas, and they just want to play it.
Good. All right.
So
So
I'll head in the room.
okay, you head in your. Are you taking a separate room from Akka?
I don't know how this all works.
I'll like whisper this so no one else can hear, just in case there are listening ears.
I don't know how this all works. It might be dangerous. If something happens, I don't want you to be in the vicinity. If you take the room over, you can hear me if something goes wrong, and you can come running if something happens.
That will work. Yes. yes.
Awesome. Perfect. This is turning out to be a really good day and started as a really bad day.
Okay.
I'll see you tomorrow.
So you guys
Sounds-
both each separately enter these rooms.
Yeah.
They're decently well furnished. There's a bed, a small reading table, and a window.
I'll take out my book and put it on the. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a desk, right? You said
Mhm.
desk.
Well, yeah, small. It's just basically a small reading table with a chair.
Yeah, I'll put it on there.
Okay. Yep. So you lay the. Are you opening it? Is it
Yes, I'm opening it.
okay? So you lay the tome out in front of you. What are you attempting to do? And you kind of grab your now small sack with the.
I'll take out a
theory.
small piece. Is it in multiple pieces, or is it just like...
it's a rock about yay big.
So it's a single rock.
Yeah, it's a single rock, and it just has stones kind of in it.
I'll take it out and carefully lower it onto the book.
Okay.
and see if anything happens when I put lace it on it.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. I'm gonna have to wait for night then.
And I'll patiently wait in my room until it's nighttime.
Are you just staring at the?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm just like,
Come on, do something. Do something.
Okay.
Do something.
Roll me an Arcana check.
oh god. Not good. That is a big ol' 4.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on. You'll probably just wait till nightfall.
I'll wait till nightfall.
All right. All right, then. Ak, are you doing anything while he's... I mean, it's midday. It's a little after midday.
Yeah, I'm retiring for the night midday.
All right, so I'm gonna knock on the wall, and is anything happening?
I'll like knock back.
Nothing yet, but keep you posted.
I'm going to go and explore the city a bit.
Sounds good.
We're supposed to find that person, the thing there was.
Yeah, there's a guy, a whole thing.
I feel
Yeah,
kind of bad. We were supposed to meet with.
yeah. If you go to the center of the town,
I'm
let them
gonna-
know that we're here, and that'd be amazing.
Actually, so I kind of pull out my quill.
Okay.
And I decide that I'm going to leave a fiery script in the middle of town, telling the party where we are.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're gonna take off to the middle of town and write that?
No, I'm gonna. It can be controlled telepathically up to a mile away.
So it can.
Everyone's gonna freak out when they see fire and words come out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. So you are just kind of slowly flying your quill.
Yes. Yeah.
The quill's movement speed is like maybe 10. It's basically 10 feet instead of. It's pretty slow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean it's not fast.
I'm still going to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you kind of open up your window a little bit, just a crack.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Go
It's
web,
gonna
go.
it's gonna
Go.
take. It's gonna take about 2 hours of you concentrating to get
Okay.
it to the center of town. I mean, you can't really see, so you're gonna kind of be guesstimating.
Can it run?
No.
I'm still going for it.
Okay. Just roll me a general intelligence check to see how well you can kind of guesstimate where the center of town is with your telepathic quill.
Oh no.
5?
Oh no.
So yeah, just sitting in your room is like you're just sitting there like meditating, thinking, but you're like, man, this is boring. Nothing's happening in this room. It has to have been 2 hours by now. And about 30 minutes later, 15 to 30 minutes later, you're like, yeah, that should be about right. And you just start
Scrolling it out.
scrawling
Yep.
out in the air. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just as we are at the inn. There's no.
It's gonna
No,
be like a. Oh.
Yeah. There's no marker of like which inn.
Right.
Nope. No. Just we're at the inn.
Yep. All right. Very good.
Oh boy.
All right. So, with that, yeah, I assume you recall your quill.
Also, I lock my door. I keep that. That is a good thing to note.
All right. So, the other three of you, as you get through the gates there, you kind of go up and are you heading straight to the office then?
Yes.
Okay. You guys.
And on the way, I
Yes.
would like to whisper, "Oh, just before we're there, I know that you didn't want to say, but just for the song, what was the ambassador's name?
He
I'd
kinda-
like to rhyme it typically."
he looks around for a second. Are you quite sure it's safe here?
Yes, of course.
All right.
I wouldn't ask otherwise.
Yes. Well, the name was Jamie, and Ernesto.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't hear.
Jamie Ernesto.
Jamie Ernesto.
Ernesto. Ernesto.
Ernesto. Okay. Oh, wonderful. I will have quite the time trying to rhyme that.
All for you, BB.
Yup.
It's just to raise you to greater heights. That's the only.
Okay. Are we at the office yet?
Yeah, you guys are. You guys basically stood outside. You just stood outside the front door to ask him that.
Okay. All right, let's like knock and go in.
Okay. Yep. You guys knock, and a few moments later, the colonel appears at the door and he kind of pulls it open. He says, "Yes."
Oh, hello, Colonel. I brought my friend Dermond here. We came to see a bookstore, but I thought we'd drop by in our office or your office and see you for a moment. I know you have quite the literature.
He nods as you say Dermond. Says, "Right. Let me go get the librarian." He kind of like,
Clever one. I like it.
he steps out. He steps outside. He says, "Please wait inside," and then he closes the door behind you. At this point now, Dermond kind of looking around, still riding in Mars' arms.
We'll go in and...
Oh, man. This is great. This is absolutely great.
This doesn't look like a bookstore.
No, he's getting the librarian for his special collection.
Oh. Well, that's very good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And he just continues looking around.
Are you quite comfortable there?
Oh, yes. He says, "Oh, I'm not hurting your arms, am I?" He says, I know I'm probably quite dense.
Oh no, would you like a blanket? Make yourself comfortable.
I mean,
Oh,
if you
she's
have...
quite strong. I don't recommend trying to wriggle from her grip.
Oh, well,
You'll
no.
only squeeze tighter.
It's super comfortable. I feel as
I
though
like hugs.
he leans over and like just kind of like tries to give you a little hug while in your arms. Says, "But a blanket would be lovely if you have one."
Oh, God.
Oh.
Does anyone have a blanket for this man?
You never have a blanket?
I'll take his cloak and wrap it around him a little tight.
Really, just like we could like swaddle him.
Yeah, we'll swaddle him with his cloak and make it really tight.
This grown man.
Okay.
Okay.
He's kind of now burritoed up with just his head kind of sticking out. And his
We
his
have
eyes are
this
kind of like...
dirty secret.
At this point, you guys have maybe like a couple minutes left. As
Okay.
It's fine, we're good.
as the colonel pushes back and he says, "All right, he looks already apprehended. But if you could he kind of looks at Mara. He says, "Would you mind handing him over?" As the two guards kind of like with manacles kind of step forward. Says, "Which one of you is the librarian?"
Ooh.
That guy is.
Oh,
Do you just need to make sure that we're not thieves, and it's quite protocol. It's just because they're very expensive books, very, very rare. See, I'll even do it too. And I'll hold out my hands to...
one of the guards looks at you weird, then he grabs another set of manacles and kind of puts them on you. Says, "Okay." He says, I am a little hard. It's a strange culture, but I can't quite get out of..." And he's like trying to...
Oh,
We'll
no.
quickly help him.
Can I just like forget that I'm just like huge and like try to just hand him to like,
Yeah,
hold?
the guards kind of like quickly like grab him and sit him down, or stand him up and kind of unwrap him. And he's like, "All right, I'm ready." And he puts out his hands and they kind of slap the manacles on him. He's like, "Are you, where now?" And they kind of like just kind of start pulling him out. And he's like, "Excuse me, Briar, are you coming with me?" As they kind of are pulling him out the door.
Oh, I feel bad.
Drop the spell.
The spell's like pretty much gone by now,
It's
right?
about to be. At that point, the colonel kind of like closes. He like just kind of like
Okay.
quietly like closes the door as they walk out with him, and he says, "Well, that was something.
Did we do well?
I would say so. Did you get any information that would be useful to us? We'll be asking him quite a few more questions, but I doubt he'll be as pliable."
I did. So they're from Zalakubel, a place.
Sure, I understand what you're saying.
I'm sorry. I'm not very good with foreign countries,
It's
foreign
quite all right.
lands.
It's,
And then he works for Jamie Ernesto.
I see.
an ambassador that he claimed was coming here to make an alliance of some sort, particularly around the Iridium, but he was quite hesitant in telling me anything more than that, and it seemed like he was hiding something.
Right. He kind of looks at the three of you. I'm going to ask that you all keep this to yourselves until we delve a little further, but your service is greatly appreciated. He says, were there not 2 others with you?
Oh, yes, I'm not quite sure. We did split up to cover more ground.
I see. Well,
I'm sure they're fine.
until such a time as I can come up with more material payment, he says, I don't hand you this lightly, but you've done us a great service today. And he kind of goes and he gets like a small missive, and you see him like scribble his signature. He says, this is an approval with my name and seal. If you hand it to any commander, they'll let you through, but please do so with the utmost discretion. We're trusting you. Don't do anything that will make me regret it, or you will very much more regret it, I promise.
Well, that's quite a congratulatory speech.
Good job. Words.
After we talk to him and meet you again, I'll try and compensate you with something a bit more real. But just be careful where you use this. It's only gonna.
What exactly is it for? I'm sorry.
So, there are many places that are off limits to civilians. We have our own private bars, and we have you could, if you perhaps wanted to speak with the ambassadors, this would get you in the door at the very least. Just like I said, just be careful. Don't use it for anything untoward.
Do you think we should be careful of Jamie Ernesto, the one he mentioned?
I would forget that name for now, please.
It is already forgotten.
And if you do see him around, I would prefer that you do not interact with him.
Oh, well, we don't even know what he looks like.
Excellent.
It was me. I'm Jamie Ernesto.
Oh no.
All right. Well, that would be very impressive, little one. He kind of looks down at you and he tries to pat you on the head.
I swat his hand away.
Okay.
He really doesn't like that.
In any case, well, you've given me a lot to think on. I'll be able to follow up with you more tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have some more details.
Wonderful.
He kind of gives you a nod.
Should we leave now?
Yes, that would be pertinent.
Okay, I'm sure you're busy.
Very.
I was busy once.
I'm sorry.
Almost,
I can't help. You seem to be somewhat distraught. What is bothering you?
Well, this morning y'all took my dear Carrick away from me.
Right. He kind of.
Right.
They were a love interest.
Oh, I see. Well,
I didn't even get to say goodbye.
It was quite the flirtatious 2 days.
Says that does sound intense. Let me tell you.
I hope he gets eaten by that catfish or whatever.
He kind of looks at you strangely, and then he looks at you, Mari. Says, "I will tell you this, but you cannot tell anybody. He's not far. He's only been transferred to a mine a few miles away, but perhaps you can actually assist him there at some point in the near future. They're going to have, I imagine, a use for extra hands." Whoop, almost died.
Okay. Well, we better be on our way to find our other friends. We'll come by tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you, Colonel.
He just gives you a nod and sits back down.
Okay. Get out of there.
Get out of there. I mean, it's only like 4 o'clock now. As you guys are kind of
It's
leaving.
slow when you want it to move fast.
Yeah. So it's a little after midday. The guards are like, all right. If you don't have any more business here, I'm sorry, but we've been asked to keep the premises clear of civilians.
Well, I hardly think we're civilians at this point, but
I'm great
but yes,
ambassador.
we would
Jane
like to go.
Ernesto. I can go where I please.
That's-
He likes to play pretend.
Yeah, they just kind of look at you. All right. All right. They kind of open the doors and say, "Well, if you need to stop back by, just I don't know. It's the colonel seems to have some business with you, but if you just let us know you need to see him, we can let you back in."
Of course. Well, we will be back tomorrow.
Okay.
I hope you do have a good shift.
Thank you, and have a good rest of the day.
You too.
They kind of go back to standing there and close the door behind you as you guys leave. So at this point, Clee, are you just still staring at the book with the?
Yep.
All right. It's been about an hour. You're just kind of staring at it. Nothing seems to be particularly happening. Akka, or your quill has kind of slowly made its way back in.
Okay. All right.
You got hung on a few things on the way. You're like, oh nope, 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 nope. Oh, there we go.
You hit a small child.
So I'm like a little confused why they're not here yet.
Right?
Yeah, like I left a message where we were supposed to meet.
How inconsiderate of them.
Yeah. I'm going to knock on the wall again and say, "How about now?"
Listen, Akka, it's not something that can be done like right away. I'm probably gonna have to wait for nightfall because it's a lot of magic stuff. It'll happen. We just need to be patient, okay?
Have you tried listening to running water?
How is that gonna help me?
Whenever I have trouble performing, I usually listen to the stream, and it usually helps.
Now, when you say performing, do you mean like doing your business when you're like, oh, I can't?
Yes, exactly. I thought that was common practice when you get something done.
Where am I gonna find a running stream here?
I don't know.
We're so stupid.
Anyway, I'm going to go look for our friends. They haven't arrived yet. I sent a message out, but they may not.
Weird. It's unlike them.
Yeah, I hope they're okay.
Well, I'll be here. Hopefully nothing bad happens. It shouldn't. Everything should be fine. So just hurry back with everybody as soon as you can.
Okay. And with that, I'm gonna walk out and. Can I just jump out the window and just fly out?
It's a little too small for that.
Okay, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure the size. All
Yeah.
right, so I'm gonna walk out like a normal pleb.
Okay. And you do.
And then I'm gonna go and kind of fly towards the center of town, kind of looking around.
Okay. I mean, as you look around, you do see a lot of interesting people and shops, but you don't see your friends, your new friends anywhere, as best you can tell.
Okay. Do I see anything else of note, of import?
I mean, there are. I mean, nothing like that's like, oh, I'm gonna like, nothing like blaringly important. Like, what are you looking for?
Like a running stream?
There's a well.
Okay. I was just curious.
Okay. No running.
I'm
no
gonna
running
try and just like circle around and continue looking for the group.
Okay. Yeah, just roll me a perception check.
Okay. 14.
Okay. It takes you a bit. You're flying around for probably about 15 minutes, don't see anything. About 30 minutes, and you swing a little wider, and you kind of see them standing outside the gate of the barracks there, where you guys had previously gone. It
Okay.
took you. I mean, you think maybe you would have looked here earlier, but like they said they were going to be in the center of town. It's really weird that they're here.
No. I'm gonna fly down and just kind of is everything okay? We didn't see you in the center of town. We totally were waiting.
Yeah, the three of you guys.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
We did the thing we were supposed to do.
Good. What were we supposed to do?
You weren't listening. Cole, you weren't listening.
Remember, we were supposed to find a man named Dermot who was wearing a red cloak, and well, we did, and we made friends with him, and we told him about a bookstore, and then we just brought him to the barracks, and
I carried him like a baby.
Oh,
yes, she carried him like a baby. It was quite adorable, actually.
kind of like eye her up, like, I wonder what that was like.
Oh God, we're gonna uncover something about Akka.
Well, that's good. Was that all we were doing today? Me and Clee have already we booked room in the tavern that we were in the other night.
I suppose that is all we were doing.
I remember we were looking to go to the mine at some point.
Yes.
I think for another day. It's getting late.
I say it was a day wasted.
Perhaps you could use a drink, Mara.
Maybe.
A drink would help.
All right, so shall we go then?
Yeah.
It takes you
Why,
guys.
yes.
It takes you guys about another 15 or 20 minutes walking to make your way back to the tavern that you were at before. But you make it there, and at this point, where it was relatively empty before Akka, there are a few people starting to kind of trickle in. It's starting to get closer to dinner time.
Okay.
Do we sit down at the bar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys sit down. Berman sees you guys. I was, oh, it's good to see you all again. Ever since you've not been destroying my bar, I quite like having you as regulars.
I mage hand slap a cup over.
Now, Berman, I do believe we weren't the ones destroying
It was an empty
anything. I
cup.
don't carry axes.
I didn't even headbutt nobody.
She didn't even headbutt nobody.
Mhm.
Regardless, thank you. Thank you for your patronage. What can I get for you today?
Wanted to headbutt somebody, but they said no, no, no.
He gets excited as you start saying, "Are you going to be performing tonight?"
We'll see. It's been quite a day.
I see. Well, we do always love it when you so. And in the meantime, he kind of goes and grabs drinks. Here's a round for you all. If you've been needing anything else, you know where to find me. It's right here, a few feet down that way.
Okay.
All right. So, as you guys sit in there a bit, the night starts to come. The sun goes down. What are you guys doing?
Drinking.
Okay.
Just drinking,
So
looking around.
You start drinking. The sun has started to go down at this point, Clee, in the distance. Definitely getting darker. Doesn't look like anything's happening so far.
I'm gonna wait till the sun's like totally gone.
I'm gonna go get my cake and my outfit.
Okay. You guys see as Marak just kind of hops down off the stool and heads out the door. As
I just let him.
All right by himself?
I'm depressed.
as the sun goes down, yeah, Marak, you make your way back towards the vendors. Without too much trouble, you find them.
No, I gotta get my outfit first.
Yeah, I didn't say you were getting the cake first. Hold on,
Oh.
dummy.
The clothing vendors, those are called the tailors.
Well, I said a vendor. I didn't say it was a. They vend clothes.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Anyways, yeah, you make your way out in that way, and the old lady does. Here you are. She kind of pulls up the now fitting robes She says, "Do you want to try it on now, or would you just be wanting privacy?"
Okay.
And I run and hide behind something and put on the clothes.
Yeah, it fits really well. Seems to cover pretty much everything. Your hands are still a little exposed, so you kind of have to keep them wrapped like before a bit. But
No, I got gloves.
did you get gloves?
Yes, I got silk gloves,
You
white
didn't
gloves. I even
say-
said white gloves.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Will you allow it? Check the VOD.
I will. All right, so with that in hand, now dressed much fancier, still wearing your mask, I assume.
Yep.
Make your way to the I mean, the sun's way down at this point. So going back to Klee, the sun's not in the sky anymore.
Start talking.
Okay. Nothing happening at the moment.
Can I try to like do Arcana stuff?
So you start kind of focusing. Roll me an Arcana check again.
Oh God. Oh. 17.
17, yeah. As you kind of reach out and just focus on the stone in front of you and the tome, something feels weird about this Ethereum that you're focusing on. It doesn't seem quite the same as what you'd worked with before, the sense that you got from before.
Like it doesn't feel like it's real.
Maybe you should lick it.
Yeah, it might not be. It's
I'm gonna lick it. This is the only way of knowing if this is real or not.
That is what I hear. That's what they say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you lick it. You get like a little bit of a zap, but
nothing strong.
Mm-mm.
But it's still something though.
Something. It's got a little bit of a bitter taste to it. And as you kind of inspect the crystals and turn them over, like, they just seem different. The other ones were the crystalline structure's a little sharper. These seem a little more smooth.
I'm gonna kill him. Oh, I'm gonna kill him. Okay.
I'll put the stone or the Ethereum or what the weak Ethereum, I guess is what it could be called, in the bag that it was
Fool's
in.
Ethereum, who knows?
Yeah. Put it in my pocket, take the book, put it away,
Okay.
and I'll knock on the door or on the wall to see if Akka's there.
Are you out at the bar or did you return to your room?
Oh, I'm still at the bar.
Okay. No response.
Okay, I'll exit to look for him.
Okay. Yeah, as you head out into the main room, you do see everybody except for Marok sitting at the bar.
Yeah, I'm going straight for Akka, and I'm like gonna grab him and like continue walking towards the door, and it's like, and then look to everyone else and be like, "Who wants to kill a man?" Yeah.
Oh
Come
no,
on, no takers.
the bird's gone crazy.
Mura, you have a lot of pent-up anger right now. Come on, I'm sure you want to kill someone.
I just carried a grown man in my arms like a baby for like a little bit of ways. I just want to hear a drink. To be honest.
Weird story. Anyone else?
What is this about, Klee?
Oh, it's about a lot right now, and I don't know how to process everything that's going on, so the best way of doing it is killing this bastard. As fast as I can.
Perhaps we
Ugh.
should sleep on it so you can absorb whatever's happening.
If I sleep on it, then the guy gets further away, and it makes it harder to kill him, which is what I want to do right now.
I look to Akka and I say,
He fucking ripped us off. That bastard ripped us off.
Just like that time you ripped me off when I couldn't headbutt somebody and I still got put in jail.
That didn't cost you almost 300 gold, okay? This is different. We need to go now. He has my money, and he has a life, and
Well, what
both
did
of
you
those have to
buy
be
from
taken.
him?
Oh, we bought Ethereum.
That- we bought Okay, well, maybe
You
we
bought
might have.
something that wasn't what you thought it was.
Yes, I'm sure we can all assume what that thing is.
Well, that's quite silly of you, isn't it?
I am a desperate bird right now. Okay, I need this stuff, and that sounds like an addiction. Not like that. This is important. There's lives at risk here, and I need to do this.
I want to lean over to Briar and just be like, more like a dumb bird.
A dodo, if you will.
Oh, rubbing salt in the
Gotta
wound.
stifle a laugh because
Can't
dodos are really
hear
like.
because
There you
I
go.
just whispered.
I just turn and head towards the door.
And on that sad note, we're gonna cut the session tonight.
But my cake.
Can I
Yeah, I know. I was
perform?
trying to leave the cake on a cliffhanger.
Oh,
Will it be chocolate? Will it be strawberry? Find out next episode next Monday, 9:30.
Edgar skipped town.
Maybe he did.
Oh, he probably fucking
It was
did.
the
and I
same
will-
guy.
I'm gonna walk in at the same. I'm gonna walk in at the same time. Like,
who wants to kill a man?
And with that, a strong bond was formed.
Yes. I look at him like he gets it.
I hop on the back of him and we fly off. And that is a fire, lightning and fire coming from my hands.
Flight of the Valkyries is playing behind us.
Eat the cake.
Oh,
Ugh.
all right, guys. We're gonna end the session tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for playing, all you awesome people. Oh my goodness! And then forget the cheers right